really good location there. Hiroshi going to be working the outside corner a lot today, especially on these lefties.
0-2 on Miller quickly. Johnson looking for strikeout number 1. Here's the pitch. And just missed.
Nice location there on 2 strikes. He can really work off that now, though.
Yeah, still a 1-2 count. Johnson wants to power something past Miller here with no outs and the runners on corners. The pitch. He's going to chop this first base side, but foul. Ethan Marr gloves it and will just toss it right back to Johnson.
You know, the Drifters coming off a nail-biter their last game. It's a 12-11 loss to Bellingham. So they do manufacture runs pretty well. It's just up to that other team to outscore them.
And the Bells are a good team, too. So you did fairly well against them in that 3-game series. And here's the 1-2 again. The runner takes off, cut on, and missed. And that's strike 3. Miller walks back to the dugout.
Each time an AppleSox pitcher strikes out
in a way, though, he does do his job there. Probably a hit-and-run call. And with that, he was just able to get that bat just in the way of Morisaki to where Morisaki had no play to throw down to second, leaving runners at second and third now with 1 out.
And it's Mana Heffernan up to bat for the Drifters. Johnson with 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch to Heffernan, and he checks on a outside slider, but it just gets the zone for strike 1. You mentioned Morisaki behind the plate. Your defensive alignments: Morisaki behind the dish, Marr at first, Brass at second, Ahu at short, Reed at third, Overstreet in left, Shields in center, and then McGarry in right field. 0-1 from Johnson. Another slider, check swing. He does go, and that's strike 2.
That slider looks really good today. Lots of late break. He's starting it on that pretty much inner thigh on these righties, and it's ending on the outer third of the plate.
Heffernan behind 0-2. Kid from Hawaii. Playing at Bushnell University. The 0-2 from Johnson. Skipped in the dirt right in front of home plate. Blocked up by Morisaki, though, and that's ball 1.
Like that pitch there. Just bury it. See if you can get a nice chase pitch when you're up 0-2.
Yeah, and Heffernan from Hawaii, but he's a Seahawks fan. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, I guess it's the closest one.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch from Johnson. Swung on, missed. Bottom of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Johnson.
And that's the way to respond right there after a walk and then a single right after that to get 2 straight strikeouts and show him who's boss.
You got a really good shot here of stranding those runners out there. Now you got Peyton Tyner coming up to bat. 5'8", 165 pounds, left-handed batter. Eugene, Oregon. Played the past 2 years with Lane Community College. Last summer played with the Marionberries. And this pitch. Outside edge, strike 1. And with the Marionberries, 258 the average in 13 games, 31 at-bats. Here's the 0-1 from Johnson. And that's skipped low and away. Morisaki blocks it up, and that's ball 1. And 2 runners on here for the Drifters. Top of the first inning. You got Mullins at third, Lehue at second. 2 outs. Scoreless ball game, 0-0. Johnson. Here's the 1-1. And that is lined right to Brass. Leaps up and makes the catch. Wow! What a play to end the inning. The Drifters get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men stranded. Johnson works himself out of a jam. Over into the bottom half of the first here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent.
This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned, independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC. Ford is now batting for America. Now they're the official automotive partner for Major League, Minor League, and Little League Baseball. On Saturday, June 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Pat Armstrong Ford invites you to a fun meet and greet with the Wenatchee AppleSox. While you mingle with the players and team, Milk Company Gourmet Grilled Cheeses will satisfy your hungries with their cheesy menu of sandwiches and more. See you Saturday, June 20th, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. at Pat Armstrong Ford in East Wenatchee.
Cooper Brass had an absolutely amazing play at second base to end the top half of the first. A line drive stung right to him. He was reading it, drifting back, jumped up, and made the catch. So that ended the inning and stranded two runners in scoring position. The Drifters were able to get two runners on early in that inning. And then Johnson, I mean, wow, able to just really get out of the jam and just, avoid the first run of his season coming across to score. So we're still scoreless here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, 0-0. Perez, the left-hander, out on the mound for Springfield. And trotting to the plate, it's Jonah Shields, who's leading things off for the AppleSox today, the junior from North Dakota.
I mean, if he gets on base here, he's going to be a big speed presence. I can speak for myself.
Yeah, you raced him before game time today for some social content on the AppleSox Instagram, social media, as Perez's first pitch to Shields is on the top rail for a strike. And you had about a 30-foot lead, you'd say, head start?
It was around there. I mean, I think also, like, you're going to put it in time-wise, 5-second head start?
About 5-second head start, yeah.
And I thought I was going strong, and then I just hear some terrifying footsteps behind me, and it's just vroom, right past me.
One from Perez. That one is high, and that's a ball. Yeah, you were doing great. I was watching it. You were moving. You were moving pretty quick.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then what really got you is you looked back. You heard those footsteps, and then Jonah Shields, I mean, just zipped past you. And, I mean, there's a reason why he leads the team for stolen bases. And he'll foul this one off the right field side. And yeah, I mean, what was going through your head when you turned around and saw him just, closing the gap on you?
Well, I feel like, honestly, you'll see the video later posted. It's the first thing that came to mind is just no. I thought I had him. For once, I'm not always known as the fastest guy. But I thought I got him. I thought I'd give myself just enough of a head start, and I look back and I just lose my concentration. And then he just took it. He just hit a second gear, and I'm like, yep, I'm not catching him anymore.
1-2 from Perez, and that is getting him looking. Man, inside. Shields watches it go past for strike three, and Perez starts his outing with a looking strikeout.
Really good location there. Getting him right on the inside corner and at his knees. You couldn't ask for a better location.
That's Kai McGarry for the AppleSox. And, in that race, too, you got to consider something. Like, you're wearing jeans.
Yeah.
You're wearing jeans, no cleats. So, by that math, I'd say you're faster than Jonah Shields.
I would love to say that.
McGarry squares to bunt. The pitch is yanked inside. He pulls back, and that's a ball.
Yeah, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I think even if I was wearing shorts and it was actually stretched as much as I probably should have, I still believe without a doubt that Jonah would easily beat me.
He was moving pretty quick. Like you said, just put it into another gear as the 1-0 just grazes past McGarry's front shoulder for a ball.
Everybody clap your hands.
And we're still scoreless here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, 0-0. Johnson was able to get himself out of a jam in the top half of the first. We're in the bottom half as Perez comes set, and the 2-0 to McGarry is just a hair high, and that's now the third straight ball of the at-bats.
Nice AB here. Trying to follow your guy here after you struck out. Trying to draw a nice walk and a man on base. Get this inning started.
Yeah, 3 hits so far for McGarry in 3 games played. And here's the next pitch. And that is just high and tight for ball 4. So a 1-out walk given up to McGarry. Yeah, so 3 hits so far for McGarry in 3 games played. So he's averaging a hit per game. And gets his 3rd walk of the season with that one right there. Now it's Nico Pauletto up to bat. This is a guy who walks a lot. He just has won some of the best plate discipline. He's got 10 walks to co-lead the team. Here's the pitch to Paletto. And he watches that one on the inside edge for a strike.
He's got 10 hits to follow that up, too, with 7 RBIs. Batting .400. Impressive.
Very impressive. I mean, he's been playing almost every single game. I don't think he played in that third game of the North Paw series, so he's back in the lineup today at the DH spot. And, I mean, there's just no one better really to have as a DH for the Sox. So the 0-1 is a slider that goes inside and hits him. Not sure if that got him on the Evo Shield or if it got him on the hip, but he just kind of shrugs it off, and now he's on first base.
There was no reaction. I mean, if that was his hip, that's pretty impressive. I know if that's me, hit me in the hip, I got to take a little second to walk around and shake that one off.
Yeah. I know. I remember, I'm trying to think, the fastest pitch I've ever been hit with, I believe, was 88, and it got me on, like, the left tricep, and that's, man, that is why I don't play college ball. I can't take, once they start throwing over 88 miles an hour, it's over for me.
A little too much.
Yeah. Here's a pitch to Overstreet, and that's high for a ball. And McGarry dancing around out there at second base. He's a fast guy. He already has 1 stolen base on the year, looking for number 2. And Overstreet up to bat for the Sox. But 1-0 count to him with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Perez checks over at Gary, and here is the pitch. Slider dropped in. That's strike 1.
And if you remember, McGarry started that 3-run inning on the game 3 with a bunt single. He ran it out, and this just shows his speed. He gets 100% in those base paths.
And McGarry's got the bright red sliding glove on his right hand. He's really exciting. And there he goes for third. The pitch is high, and he's into third with no throw. Another stolen base for McGarry, his second as a Sox. And just like that, the Sox haven't parked on the corners.
Security at 708 South Wenatchee.
What a jump there from McGarry. I mean, perfectly timed. You could kind of see him working it through, and he just figured out the timing. Yeah. He figured something out. And so here's the pitch to Overstreet, and that's on the upper inside edge for strike 2.
Perez has some really good movement on his pitches here. He's done a really good job of working off that fastball with his off speed. It's going to be a tough matchup tonight for the Sox.
And Overstreet, 2-2 count. He's got 3 hits and 1 RBI thus far on the year. And here's the 2-2. A runner takes off for second. He gets jammed on this. A high shot to the third baseman, Villapando. He catches it, and they'll throw to first, and they're going to double up Paletto. But McGarry does not come home to score. So the AppleSox gets no runs on no hits, no errors, and leave 1 person stranded out on the base pass. That's McGarry, who tried to come home to score there in that double play. So kind of an unfortuitous way for the Sox to end things in the first. We're into the second inning. Still scoreless here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and you're listening to it on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory, is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Looking for a quality used Euro car? Visit Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales in East Wenatchee by the airport. Locally owned with vehicles fully inspected, serviced, and reconditioned by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair. Don't buy a mystery car from another sales lot when you can buy with confidence from the team at Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales, next to Eric's Euro and Wenatchee Rental Cars. Check out their inventory at WenatcheeEuro.com or call 509-888-7697.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
At Valley Tractor and Rentals, they promise to deliver best-in-class customer service before, during, and after the sale. And their people make sure that promise is kept. As the first pitch to Takakashi is outside for a ball. And Takahashi getting the start in left field today. Corner outfield spot. Leading things off in the second. He chops this right back up the middle. Ahu at short. Can't make the play on it. It gets between his legs. Man, hit off kind of the heel of his glove and then went through the wickets. And that's going to put Takahashi on first base.
Fielder, Aiden Gebhardt.
Yeah, unfortunate error there to start off this top of the second. But again, Ahu made some great plays last series.
Yeah.
He's going to flush that, move on. Not worried about him.
He had a couple unassisted double plays in that third game at the shortstop spot. He's out there again. Here's the pitch to Gebhardt is low and away, and that's a ball. And Johnson has allowed the leadoff man to get on base for the second straight time now. He did that in the first, and he's done it again here in the second. Of course, we all know what happened in that first inning. He was able to get out of a jam with 2 strikeouts and a line out. And the next pitch to Gebhardt just misses that outside edge.
Really good spot. Again, just needs to keep working that outer half. He'll get that call eventually.
This was a 2-0 count. Still scoreless here in Wenatchee. One runner on for the Drifters. 2-0. Breaking ball. That's there for a strike. It was a good pitch there from Johnson.
Once again, setting up with that outside fastball and then throw the slider starting in the righty batter box. Worked in on that lefty. Works really well tonight.
2-1 count to Gebhardt. The pitch. Slider. Outside. That's ball 3. Yeah, Gebhardt, 5'9", 174 pounds, left-handed bats. He's from Redmond, Oregon. I know a lot of Washington people are hearing Redmond and thinking of Redmond, Washington. That's kind of where I'm from. But no, Redmond, Oregon. Here's a 3-1 pitch, is cut back to the screen, foul, and that's strike 2. Now Redmond's, Washington, I believe is the bike capital of the world. They used to do like bike parades, I believe, like back in the day. So, because my family is kind of all from there. And Johnson's going to pick off to try and check on Takahashi. He's back in head first. So, still full count here to Gebhardt. No outs and 1 runner on for the Drifters. Johnson, payoff pitch. Inside, that's ball 4. Man, that one just really got away from Johnson. Nowhere near the strike zone.
Yeah, unfortunate. There's 2 walks today already here for Hiroshi. Only gave up 1 in his last start against Bellingham. See if we can get it dialed back in here.
And really, it's just that the Drifters, again, they draw walks at a real insane rate. It's Kahaku Harrison up to bat now for Springfield. The first pitch to him from Johnson is skipped low and away for ball 1.
Yeah, he's driving up his pitch count right now, getting into really high at-bats. And then also, he's not getting ahead early.
Harrison, incoming freshman, he's going to be playing at Rice University next year. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, missed, good slider, got him again. The slider really been on point early on. Yeah, Kahaku Harrison, no hits so far this year. He's looking for his first hits this year with the Drifters. He's 6'2", 195 pounds, right-handed bat, so righty on righty matchup here. The 1-1 from Johnson. He chops this third base side and just foul. Hits off the hand of the third base coach for the Drifters.
You know, I know Hiroshi said his MLB comp is Brian Wu, but with how tall he is and the mustache he's rocking, he looks like a righty version of Randy Johnson.
He does. Now that you bring that up, and he's a skinny guy, very tall. Very much Randy Johnson-esque. 1-2 is a slider that he misses with, and that's ball 2. So 2-2 the count with no outs and 2 runners on.
In fact, he likes that slider a lot, too.
Now, he doesn't quite have the velocity that Randy has, but, can't expect too much. Here's the 2-2. That misses low, and that's going to fill it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 runners on, that's Takahashi at second, Gebhardt at first, and still scoreless here in Wenatchee. Harrison looking to come up clutch to get his first RBI of the year. Payoff from Johnson. Ball 4, well outside.
3 walks now with another guy reaching off an error earlier. This inning is not what the AppleSox wanted.
And On cue, here comes Quincy Vassar, the pitching coach for the AppleSox. He's going to climb the mound and talk to Johnson, bringing the whole infield in. They got the bases loaded. No outs here in the top half of the second. Still scoreless, 0-0. And hey, while they take a second to pause, let's pause and thank the tap room by Hellbent. Are you ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley? Well, look no further than the tap room by Hellbent Brewing, where the vibrant energy of Pybus Market meets the delightful world of craft beer and gourmet cuisine. So a real tough pickle that Johnson's worked himself into. Error from Ahu put the first runner on. Then back-to-back walks to Gebhard and now Harrison have the bases loaded. No outs. And you got Jacob Villapando coming up to bat. He's a junior out of Bakersfield, California. Played at Fresno City Community College for the past 2 seasons. Pitch from Johnson. Slider on the lower outside corner. That's strike one. And you know who else plays for Fresno City Community College? And that's Matt Torres on the Sox. Not starting today. He was starting at second base for much of the early season. Ooh, this slider, man, almost gets him on the ribs, and Villapando kind of had to just shift out of the way of it.
Yeah, Hiroshi clearly showing some command struggles here.
The 1-1. Low and away. Check swing, though. Look down, and he does not go, says the field umpire, Henry DeJesus. And two-man crew here for the AppleSox versus the Drifters. Home plate umpire and the field ump. Home plate, it's Kyle Sisk. And the 2-1 from Johnson. And that's low and away, and that's ball 3. Man, Johnson really struggling to find the strike zone.
Potentially facing 3 straight walks here.
Yeah, and this is his first game pitching at home, so possibly just adjusting to the mound here at Paul Thomas. It's a very tall, really tall mound. The 3-1 is chopped off of home plate right to Terrell Reed at third. His only play is at first. He throws across and gets him there, but it does score a run. Takahashi comes around to score, so it's 1-0 Drifters on top.
And, you know, if you're Villapando, you're happy with that at bat. I mean, you get the RBI, you move your runners along, so he's going to be happy about that. But unfortunately for the AppleSox, that's why you really have to be disciplined when you're throwing your pitches, and especially in the defense, because that run right there comes across because of an error.
Well, now it's Cooper Mullins up, his second at-bat of the ball game, and the first pitch to him is outside. Now, Mullins is an Oregon native out of Eugene, Oregon. A lot of Oregon kids on this squad. And another guy from Oregon, it's Monty Tenney, works with the Drifters. Friend of mine at Washington State University. 1-0 pitch. This is grounded sharply to Brass, who tries to play on the backhand, rattles out of his glove, but he'll throw to first, and it gets away from Ethan Marr. The runner will come around to score. It moves, it goes out of play into the Drifters' dugout, so now that will move Mullins into second, and 2 runs come home to score off of that error by Brass.
Again, that's 2 errors we've seen, 2 walks. This inning is just not turning out to what Wenatchee wanted it to be. And exactly that's the problem we talked about earlier, is just they find a way to get on base, whether it's an error, whether it's a walk, and then they work from there. And Springfield right now is showing their superpower towards the Sox.
Yeah. Errors and free passes. That's how you lose baseball games, and that's what it's been here in the second. A lot of walks and a couple of errors. As Johnson will look over at Mullins at second, and here is the pitch to Lehue, and it kicks off the pads of Morisaki. The runner takes off for third. The tag, not in time. Wow. Mullins, feet first slide, and he just gets into third. A great read to see that ball low, see it kick off the pads of Morisaki. He swipes third, and now he's just 90 feet away.
Great throw by Saki to get it down there, especially on the run after recovering it. But it looks like right there that Mullins just had a better jump than him there.
And the 1-0 to Lehue, that's on the outside edge, and that's strike 1. Yeah, I mentioned Monty Tenney working with the Drifters this year. From Oregon, just graduated from Washington State University, good friend of mine. And here's the 1-1 to Lehue. And that's just a bit outside for ball 2. And I'm not the only person who knows Monty coming into this year with the AppleSox. I was sitting at pregame BP in Game 3 of that Kamloops series, and Harlan Rowe on the AppleSox came up to talk to me. As here's the 2-1 from Johnson. Well outside, ball 3. And Harlan comes up to me, and he goes, "Hey, Smith." And I was like, "Hey, Harlan, how you doing?" And he goes, "Hey, Monty wanted to say he likes the haircut." And I paused for a second. I was like, Marty? He goes, yeah. He's like, as in Marty Tenney. He's like, yeah. And here's the 3-1. This is shot to the left side, splits it. That's an RBI single. Wow. LeHue kind of off the end of the bat, and that brings home the 4th run of the inning.
And only their second hit of this ball game right there, Smith.
Now batting.
Man.
First baseman, number 22,
Johnson.
Nolan Miller.
A lot of cracks here early on. But yeah, I asked Harlan, I was like, how do you know Marty Tenney? And Harlan goes, well, I played with Dub C, a little while back. And I remembered, Marty worked with the Dub C fish sticks. And Marty's one of those guys who just knows everybody. Like, wherever he goes, he just makes friends with them and carries those friends over for a long time. As Hiroshi Johnson's day is over. Quincy Vassar's going to call to the bullpen and bring in a new face. So Johnson chased out this game early, 4-0. Drifters on top. They tallied all 4 here in the second inning. It's Graydon Lucas trying out of the bullpen. He will get the relief outing here early in this game. He was not thinking to come in quite this early, though we're going to step aside here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Coming out of the pen, it's Graydon Lucas, and his first pitch to Nolan Miller is a chopper over to Ethan Marr. Marr kind of jumped up to make the play on it. It hit off the tip of his glove, and that is another error for the AppleSox to put a runner on. So now runners on first and second. Still no outs here. Pardon me, 1 out here in the top half of the second inning.
Third error in this inning and just total ball game.
Things are just not looking great for the Sox, and the first pitch to Heffernan is low for a ball. And Graydon Lucas coming in to relieve Johnson. He's a redshirt freshman out of Nampa, Idaho, out of Northwest Nazarene. And his 1-0 pitch to Heffernan, long hold. Here it is. That's inside, right past his kneecaps. That's ball 2. Yeah, 3 errors in this inning, only 1 hit. And that was an RBI single just a little bit ago from LJ LeHue. He's on second base.
Need a ground ball here with only 1 out. Turn this double play and get out of it.
Here's the 2-0 from Lucas. Grounded left side, and that's going to get past the diving array down the line. LeHue, he's around third. He'll score. They are going to hold Miller at third base, and it is a sliding double for Heffernan to bring home a run and extend the lead.
Springfield showing us how they get things done on the road.
Clearly they're road warriors. Obviously they're struggling at home, and now coming here to play the Sox at Paul Thomas, they are really stringing things together in the second. As Lucas, the left-hander, 2 runners on, both in scoring position. That's Heffernan at second base and Miller at third, and the first pitch on the way is high and outside of Tyner. Now, Graydon Lucas, you know, if you're here at the ballpark or watching on the live stream, you probably know something a little bit interesting about Lucas. He does not have a right hand. So he's a left-hander, not by choice, but by necessity, as the 1-0 is, crushed high and deep to right center field, but right to the glove of McGarry and right. The runner tags at third. Lehue comes around to score. 6-0 Drifters lead.
Seems like he lost his footing, too, after he caught that ball. He was ready to fire it in quickly, but it's like his foot caught some dirt or something in the outfield. He wasn't able to get the ball in as soon as he would have liked to, and I don't think the throw would have beat him in the first place, but that does just give an extra step to the Drifters.
It's Takahashi now back up to bat. He led things off in the inning, reached via an error, came around to score, and now he's getting his second at-bat of just this second inning. First pitch, tickles the bottom rung. That's strike one. But yeah, Graydon Lucas doesn't have a right hand, so he's very reminiscent of Jim Abbott. There's the 0-1 pitch. Long hold from Lucas. Here it is. And he fouls this one off, kind of in on his hands. That's strike two. And, you know, Graydon Lucas, he's got a great personality. He's a very funny kid. I remember talking to him, asking him about, you know, his arsenal and everything. At one point, one of the questions I asked him was, hey, have you had any injuries? And, you know, without missing a beat, he just goes like, missing the right hand. Coaches haven't caught on yet. And that was incredibly funny. I was laughing for a while, as the 0-2 is a slider that skipped off the chest plate of Morisaki, and that's ball one.
And it's cool to see, if you're watching the live stream or here in person, you'll notice that Lucas has a little bit of a leather attachment. It's like a sleeve, attached to his webbing of his glove that fits on his forearm of his right arm.
1-2, same pitch, same location off the chest protector of Morisaki. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs with 1 runner on.
And so with that sleeve, after, of course, he delivers the ball, he then brings up the glove to his chin and transferred it onto his left arm.
There's a 2-2. That's fouled right back on a few hops to the string. Yeah, again, it's kind of reminiscent of, you know, Jim Abbott with having to, like, pitch and then switch his hand into the glove, because if that ball comes back at you, you need to be able to get a glove to it, squeeze it, and then make a play. And so it's just it's crazy to see. And he has been a really good left-handed arm for the Sox, and with the Nighthawks and Nazarene. As this is grounded hard up the middle, right to Ahu, who is playing the shift. He throws to first, gets the out, and ends the inning. Man, Sox, a tough inning there. 6 runs on only 1 hit, 3 errors, and they do leave 1 man left on base, but 6-0. Springfield on top here early, and I mean early in this ball game, just in the second inning. You're listening to it here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day. Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Now batting, your beer batter, number 12.
Embark on your next RV adventure at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino. Full hookups, lakeside views, and gaming just steps away. Reserve your perfect spot at CoolvilleCasinos.com. At 12 Tribes Coolville Casinos, far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. First pitch to Cooper Brass was inside. That's a ball. And he's your beer batter of the game. And the 1-0 pitch from Perez is kind of shot to third, grabbed by Villalpando. He'll throw across, and they got him. And good play there by the corner infielder to get out to kick things off here in the second. And Cooper Brass, your beer batter tonight. The beer tonight is Rainier beer. So a single from Brass would save you $1, double saves you $2, triple saves you $3, and a home run would knock $4 off your beer. So fans are a little disappointed there they grounded out. Now it's Kanoa Morisaki, the starting catcher today. The pitch from Perez. That's fouled straight back to the screen, strike one.
Yeah, Morisaki, AppleSox legend, been here the past 2 seasons, was a big, big piece of last year's team. Came in around, started the second half, and stuck it out all the way to the playoffs more. Unfortunately, AppleSox were put to an end by the Bellingham Bells.
Here's the 0-1. That's high and outside. That tells you something, that you were knocked out of the playoffs by the 2025 champions, the Bellingham Bells. You didn't lose to, the team that got knocked out in the very next round. You lost to the team that won the whole dang thing. Here's the 1-1 from Perez. And he fouls this one high to the right field side, well out of play.
And Kanoa's done a great job at Cal State Bakersfield this year, hitting a lot of home runs. He wasn't always a big power guy, at least for the AppleSox, but he's truly developing his game and becoming the player he's meant to be. It's cool to see.
And he's starting behind the plate today. Two-way player, catcher and a right-handed pitcher. 1-2. Again, he fouls this one straight back and over the press box. Then the count's going to stay put. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's 6-0. Drifters leading here in the bottom half of the second inning. They struck for 6 runs in the top half of this inning, off a couple of errors and a few walks from Hiroshi Johnson, and only 1 hit. Pardon me, 2 hits. No, it was 1 hit. Because the other 2, I believe, came in the first inning. Here's the 1-2. And that is low off the chest protector of Lehue behind the plate.
And Kanoa, too, in his first season with the AppleSox 2024, he also played shortstop.
Oh, wow.
So I think he also played a couple of games in the outfield, so he can really play wherever.
Real Swiss Army knife. 2-2. This is grounded hard up the middle, and that's a single. Man, Morisaki sent it back to where it came from, and he's on first base.
Much needed there. The AppleSox need some life, especially after that 6-run top of the second inning. They need to get something rolling here, and that could be it right there.
Now sets up a runner on base for Ethan Marr, the freshman out of Fox Island, Washington. The right-handed batter going up against the left-handed Perez. And this could be a chance for Marr to maybe hit his first home run of the season. Here's the pitch from Perez. No, he's going to pick off to first. Good move there from the left-hander. Really thought he was coming home, and then last second just shifts his weight over to first base to check in on Morisaki.
And beauty is that Paul Thomas Sr. stating with how windy it gets here, it's going to be pushed out all the way to right field. So these lefties are going to have a big advantage tonight.
Marr grounds this sharply to Villalpando at 30. Throws a second. Throw to first. Wow. 5-4-3 to end the inning. And the Drifters get out of trouble. The AppleSox get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. 6-0 still the score here from Paul Thomas Sr. Stadium. Don't go anywhere on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
What makes us so unique in the community is our pledge to generosity and excellence. At the heart of the Moeller family and our dedicated staff lies an unwavering dedication to the well-being of our community. We are proud of our role as a local family-owned funeral service provider. For us, it's not just about conducting funeral services, it's about extending a hand of compassion and support through life's most challenging moments. We stand ready to walk with you through these difficult times at your pace, caring for and supporting you each step of the way. Brookside Funeral Home, where compassion meets commitment.
And due up for the Drifters, it's Gebhard, Harrison, and Villapando. 6-0 the score, and on play-by-play, it's Jackson Dodd.
Thank you, Smith. First pitch from Lucas is in, swung on, grounded over to second base. Brass gloves it, throws the first, and there's the easy out right there. What a way to start it.
That's what the Sox needed there. I mean, rough inning last inning. Rough inning. 6 runs on only 1 hit, and you get a quick first pitch out there. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
They need to keep it up, especially. 6 runs in that top of the second. Springfield's right in a high right now, and it's Lucas's job right now to mitigate that as soon as possible. Here's Kahaku Harrison. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Harrison was a part of last inning's run where he walked and was later scored by a single by L.J. Lehue. He swings and misses on this next offering, quickly bringing it to 0-2. Still searching for his first hit of the season. He's 0 for 7 so far. Here comes the 0-2 from Lucas. Sliders just a bit inside. Count goes to 1-2. Nobody on. Middle infield back. Corners in. Outfield plating straight up. The line back and the pitch. Swung on and fouled off Morisaki's dome. And the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We're talking about how Lucas, doesn't have the right arm, or the right hand, really. But that really hasn't slowed him down at all. He was the 7th best player in Idaho in his recruiting class. 2nd best left-handed pitcher.
1-2 on the way. Swung on and fouled straight back. Yeah, it's really admirable to see how he's done it. And, I researched him a little bit, and you saw some Little League videos of him swinging a bat, too. He wasn't just a PO. He hit, and then he just joked. He said, wrist got a little sore after a while. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Lucas picks up his first strikeout today and the 3rd in total for the AppleSox bullpen. Now brings up the 9-hole spot, Jacob Villapando.
Just toss some your way. Sox for AppleSox fans. Imagine that. Now coming to the plate, the 3rd baseman,
Villapando. Grounded out in the 2nd, but did pick up an RBI and started that inning with the first run across, as that first pitch to him is just outside for ball 1.
Yeah, the Drifters batted around in that 2nd inning, so pretty much everybody on this team is in some way contributed to that inning.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss late on that fastball in the outer half. He's going to want to play there. It's going to be very vital dancing it around that outer 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Slider swung on weakly, hit into left field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Gloving it is Shields. He'll throw the ball in, and stopping up short at first base is Villapando with a 2-out single.
And Shields got to that one quickly. Kind of cut it off in the gap there. And a good throw in, too. So Shields is very athletic out there in center field. Incredibly fast, as you know. Very fast. Got a decent arm on him. And the bat's not too bad, not too shabby. He can really hit for contact, hit for power, too. He had a triple in Bellingham. So, he's a guy who's just really kind of explosive on the field.
First pitch to Cooper Mullins is just outside, taken for ball 1. Mullins today is still hitless after he walked in the 1st and reached on an error in that 2nd inning. Lucas fires towards home. That swung on, hit hard out into the right center field. Austin Shields ranges back, makes the grab at the warning track, and that's the side. Drifters leave 1 man on after 1 hit. No errors and no runs. It's still 6-0 Springfield as we head into the bottom of the 3rd here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Now batting for the AppleSox, leading off the shortstop.
First pitch to Alika, who is just inside for ball one. It's 6-0 Drifters here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium at the bottom of the third. Smith Slide, Jackson Dodd here on the call with you all tonight. Want to know the count? Here comes the next pitch. That swung on, skied high into shallow left field, ranging back as Harrison from shortstop. He makes the grab, but not with a little bit of trouble from the wind right there.
Coming to the plate.
Man, Harrison,
number 9,
I mean, looked like he was lost for a long time reading that ball. He was way off to the left, and then way over to the right, and then back over to the left, and then finally went over to his right, or pardon me, to his left to make the catch. I mean, really, that's going to kind of get you a little bit worried if you're a Drifters fan. That ball is just going to drop into the shallow outfield grass.
Here's Terrell Reed still searching for his first hit as an AppleSox as he takes a high and inside fastball for ball one.
Yeah, Reed still leading the team for strikeouts with 10 so far on the year, and no hits as well. I mean, hit a bit of a cold streak here once he's gotten to the Valley.
The 1-0 on the way, taken high and away for ball two. And you look at it, the AppleSox still have not gone through their full entire lineup here, as Reed's last, and Springfield at least worked through theirs twice already. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on here with 1 out. In the bottom of the third, here comes the pitch from Perez. That swung on a popped-up ranging foul out of play. Count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, unfortunately, 10 strikeouts and 18 at-bats for Terrell Reed, but he did show some life yesterday as he's a great situational batter. He'll move the guys along, and that's why he's still in this lineup here today. 2-1 from Perez. That swung on, hit sharply left field. Ranging to his right, Takahashi makes the grab at the wall. What a smack right there by Reed. But unfortunately just hit right at Takahashi.
Man, Reed, it's like he can't buy a hit. That was crushed. Crushed with a capital C to deep left field. But, I mean, that's where the wood bats kind of take a lot of the pop out of the game, right? Like, you put a metal bat in his hands for that, and that ball probably clears the wall by about, 10, 15 feet? Good amount?
Without a doubt, yep. Here's Jonah Shields, struck out in the first. First pitch to him is inside for ball one.
And, Reed was a guy who batted .380 at Yavapai, and then, coming to Wenatchee, hit a bit of a slump. But, I mean, that's the same thing right there. When you're in a slump, you can hit a ball like that, and it ends up being an out. Like, it feels as though you can't buy a hit.
Mm-hmm. The 1-0 on the way. Off speeds high for ball two.
And you saw Shields shaking his head on that one, too. And he was shaking his head before the pitch hit the glove of Lehue behind the plate. So he's been seeing the ball really well. And that's why he's continuing to lead the team for hits.
2 balls, no strikes, nobody on, 2 outs. Here's a pitch from Perez. Swung on, a fly ball, shallow left field. Takahashi moving in and makes the grab. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. The AppleSox still down 6-0. Searching to climb back here as we head to the top of the fourth here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special healthcare needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, president of Lipke Insurance. Do you want better value from your insurance? Whether it's home, auto, health, life, farm, or business coverage, our team at Lipke Insurance works with the top companies to provide the best protection at competitive prices, providing our clients help before they need it. That's value. That's Lipke Insurance. Contact us today to see how affordable peace of mind can be. Let's talk today.
Lipke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lipke.com.
Well, it's 6-0 Drifters here in the top of the fourth as Graydon Lucas still on the mound for the Sox. Here's L.J. Leahy leading it off. First offering to him is just a bit high for ball one. Leahy's had quite a day, a pair of singles and an RBI in the second. He started it off there. 1-0. Way outside and high. Good save there by Morisaki to keep it in front of him, and the count's 2-0.
And Leahy's from the right-handed batter's box now. He's a switch hitter. So he started today from the lefty's box facing Johnson, and now he's in the righty's box facing the left-hander Graydon Lucas.
2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 2-1. Beautiful day here in Wenatchee as the wind blows out to right field. A little chilly with temperatures around 58 degrees and some big clouds casting some shadows across the ballpark. Here's the 2-1 from Lucas. Swung on, fouled straight back. Count goes to 2-2.
And we got a good view here at the ballpark, Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. You can see East Wenatchee. I think that's East Wenatchee out there, kind of out on the horizon
East
there,
Wenatchee, yes.
in the hills, and like it's got a good mix of shadow and sunlight, kind of painting those hills out there.
Lucas, the windup and the delivery. Here's the pitch. And just like that, Leahy admires a third strike, and he's sent back down to the Springfield dugout. First out down here in the top of the fourth, and a much-needed out for the AppleSox to set the tone here in the top of the fourth.
That was just a good pitch from Lucas, too. I mean, just right there. And like you said, admiring it. Just, no excuse to not offer at it.
Well, he stood there a long time, too, just watching that go. Had to accept it. Here's Nolan Miller. First offer for him was a fastball in the heart of the zone for strike one.
Yeah, we're talking about looking out at the horizon of East Wenatchee. Carly, who works for us here at the AppleSox, we give her a lot of grief about the fact that she says, "Oh, Wenatchee's a small town." But you look out on the horizon and you see it's not as small as it seems.
0-1, fouled right back to Lucas, broken bat, and he completes the play. What a play by Graydon Lucas with his left hand to finish it off and get the second out. Man, unbelievable.
That is insane. Insane. Barehanded. Man. And broken bat, too. Everything about that. That was one of the craziest series of events I've seen.
Wow. All the words I have to say. Graydon Lucas, tip the cap to you. Here's Mana Hefferman. First pitch to him. Fastball's in there for strike one. And the crowd's all fired up now. They're all getting behind Lucas and the Sox, and a much-needed morale boost in this top of the fourth as the Sox are still down 6-0. Lucas, deep breath, the windup and the pitch. Swing a ground ball up the middle. Lucas tried to get it again. That'll sneak through for base hit. Lucas thought about it.
Yeah.
But it was hit just hard enough to where that would leave some possibly fractured fingers.
I was going to say, that was a wise choice there by Lucas to not grab that one on the bare hand because, yeah, like you said, it was, a chopped ground ball up the middle, but even if you, hit hard enough, that if you stuck the hand out and actually it hit your fingers, it would leave a boo-boo.
Yes. It's putting it nicely. Check back to first, sliding safely is Hefferman. Here's Peyton Tyner. Hit a sac fly in the second, but still hitless. Man on first, 2 outs. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball left field, ranging to his right is Overstreet. He's working his way. Wind moves it, and he can't make the grab. Rounding third is Turner. He's headed for home. The throw in time. What a relay, and that's how you finish it off. Still 6-0 Drifters, but a great play and a great throw by Overstreet to Ahu to finish it off here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
It's Father's Day. Win your share of over $12,700 in free play at all 12 Tribes Colville Casino locations. Cooley Dam, Lake Chelan, and Omak. Father's Day hot seats going on Sunday, June 21st from noon to 4 p.m. For full details, visit the Players Advantage Club or ColvilleCasinos.com. 12 Tribes Colville Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Please play responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that 2 are called a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Buddy's Home Furnishing has furniture, home electronics, appliances, and computers to suit any home. Whether you're looking for sleek and model or classic and cozy, Buddy's has furniture for every room that we know you'll love. With our flexible payment options and free delivery and setup, you'll be glad you went with Buddy's. Kyler Gary leads it off here. In this bottom of the fourth as the Sox are down 6-0. First pitch from Perez. Check swing. I'll say he does not go, and it's ball 1.
And Perez, he has been very impressive early on in this game. I mean, back-to-back, 3 up, 3 down innings in the third and second. He's just been keeping the Sox at bay.
The 1-0. Swung on and fouled away. And the count will go to 1 ball and 1 strike. McGarry walked in the first. One of the only 3 AppleSox who reached on base today. It's been a tough day. Perez gets his sign from Lehue. Winds back and fires. Pitches upstairs for ball 2. I really like the Drifters uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you said, a teal, light blue, and it looks like it's a shirt I would wear in Hawaii. It's got some, waves across of it. Very stylish. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and missed late on the fastball. Counts at 2s now, with no outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth.
And it's a little hard to see because we have the net in the way, but when they were walking past, when they're coming into the ballpark and I could see their jerseys, I think that it's like a wave design is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And like you said, kind of like you wear it in Hawaii, very tropical vibes from the Drifters.
2-2 pitch, swinging a line drive out the middle. That'll drop down for a base hit. 2-hop in front of Gebhardt. And a nice lead-off single for the AppleSox there, delivered by Kai McGarry. A very much needed way to start this inning off.
And that one almost looked like it got in on his hands, like a touch. Like it was kind of inside and almost looked like a pitch you'd want to just kind of battle off. But he just sends it perfectly on time for it. Just sends it up the middle. And it wasn't the hardest line drive. Just kind of floated over Harrison at short and just dropped down into the outfield grass and center.
Nico Paletto now, who's hit by a pitch in the first. First offering to him was outside and high for ball 1.
And the one that hit Paletto was, I'm not sure if it hit off his Evo shield or if it hit off, part of his body, but he was just he was unfazed by it. He was very nonchalant with it,
He's definitely a commanding presence in the box and definitely just around the field in general. Next offering, slider, runner goes. The throw not in time, and sliding in safely with stolen bases, Kai McGarry.
That's his second stolen base tonight, his third on the year. We kept talking about it. He is fast. I mean, really fast. He's giving Jonah Shields a run for his money.
Now, honestly, I want to see a race between those two.
Yeah.
I mean, throw me out of the conversation. Put those two in a race.
I was about to ask, when's the race between you and McGarry scheduled?
I might have to hang up the cleats, Smith, if I'm being honest here. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken hard of the zone for strike 2.
And we do have to shout out Rory, who, she works in the press box up here with us. She was getting the action shot for that race, and she was stride with you guys for that whole race.
Yeah, she kept my pace.
Yeah.
It was impressive. College soccer player.
Yeah. Track as well.
Perez will step off here, get his bearings.
Yeah, there's something about you hand someone a camera and tell them to film a race, and they just get a speed boost. Plus 10 speed whenever you put a camera in someone's hands.
Runner at second with no outs. Still 6-0 Drifters. AppleSox looking to gain something here. As the next pitch is inside. Great take by Paletto. And the slider drops just in front of his back foot.
And Paletto has some of the best pair of eyes on this team. He walks a lot, and he just puts together quality at-bats. Like, he is just a definition of a player that you want to have at the plate.
Batting .400 to add to that. 2-2 pitch. Sliders high for ball 3. Another great take.
Yeah, like you see, like these are pitches that a lot of guys who are a little bit less disciplined go after, right? And they swing and miss on it, or they foul it off, or whatever. He's taking these for ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, full count now. Let's see what he does.
Perez, breath and fires the payoff pitch. Runner goes. Weak ground ball up the middle, gloving at Harrison. He throws to first. That's in time. But they do advance the runner to third base with 1 out, runner in scoring position here for Jake Overstreet.
The left fielder, number 5, Jake
Man,
Overstreet.
McGarry stealing third base on that one. And that's good, too, because that ball where it was hit would normally, if he doesn't take off, he has to read that. He has to possibly get back into second, and then you get the out at first, and now your runner's stuck at second. Now you have a runner on third with only 1 out and Overstreet at the plate.
Any ball to the outfield should score him here, as Overstreet did pop out to the shortstop in the first. First offering to him is a slider in there for strike 1.
And that slider's got good movement from Perez.
I like that take there, too. And there's no need to waste it when you're at a cheat count 0-0 to swing at that good of a slider.
Yeah.
Sit on that fastball he'll get eventually. Here's the 0-1. There's a fastball swinging a ground ball. Weakly hit over the third base, but it's just foul. And the count's 0-2.
I mean, the AppleSox have got quite the mountain to climb here. 6-0 in the 4th inning. And, all 6 of those runs came across the score in the second. Hiroshi Johnson got the start today and really, did not go his way at all. That second inning really collapsed. And then Drayton Lucas came in to stop the bleeding. He stopped the bleeding. He did a good job getting out of that inning. He's been great in the next 2 frames.
No balls, 2 strikes to count. Runner at third base. Here's the pitch to Overstreet. High for ball 1. And looks like there's some action in the Drifters bullpen. Be number 41, Tristan Jennings out of Hawaii Pacific warming up. So I don't really know why Perez has done a good job of handling the AppleSox today. Maybe just some insurance there. 1-2 offering. Fouled straight back, made me flinch there. And the count will stay at 1-2.
I don't worry, I'll protect you, Jackson.
Thank you, Smith.
I'll try as hard as I can.
Got to give you another shout-out after you nearly caught that one foul ball. Game 3 earlier this week.
Having dreams about it, man. I had dreams where I actually make the play on that one. It was right in front of me. It was I could taste it.
It grazed your fingertips.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Perez. Sliders popped up, but just out of play. And the count will stay again, 1-2.
And Perez is just spamming the slider. Just slider. It's working. It's a good pitch. Like, the movement on it is like a frisbee almost. It's like almost a sweeper in a sense.
And it's clear the AppleSox are finally starting to catch on to it, though, as Overstreet really showed great timing as he waited on that all the way, kept his feet back, and then start to go. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a line drive. Just like that, that'll score a run. It's 6-1 AppleSox as Kai McGarry will come and score. And catching them sleeping, Overstreet will stroll into second base. 6-1 AppleSox, and finally taking that 0 off the board.
And that's the definition of a frozen rope right there. I mean, Overstreet on time for the fastball and just cranked it to left center field and then kind of skips out to the deep part of the yard. And like you said, catch him sleeping. Round first into second. I mean, Overstreet's a guy who does not, you wouldn't think he's as fast as he is, but he is quick. He can move when he wants to.
Reminds me of Josh Naylor. Cooper Brass steps in. First pitch to him is just inside for ball 1.
Yeah, Josh Naylor's one of those guys who, I think if you actually look at the sprint speed, he's like the second slowest player in the MLB. But the reason why he steals as many bags as he does is because of timing. He reads the pitcher, and he is, the IQ, baseball IQ, is off the charts.
1 ball, no strikes, man on second base with 1 out. Pitch from Perez is high for ball 2. And the AppleSox finally picking up their first run of the ball game after an RBI double by Jake Overstreet to score Kai McGarry. Perez in the windup. Here's the pitch. Swinging ground ball up the middle. Shortstop Harrison gloves it, throws to first. There's the out. The runner is advanced over to third with 2 outs. Here's Kanoa Morisaki.
And Morisaki's 1 for 1 today. Had a single back in the second inning, and if you can go 2 for 2 here, well, we'll hit to the outfield, make it 6-2. It's just one at a time, right? Just chip away. Because like we saw in that second game of the Kamloops series, they were up 8-1 going into ninth, and you end up winning at 8-7. Like, a 6-run lead is really not that much in the WCL.
Exactly. Again, Kanoa Morisaki, first offering to him. Slider in there for strike 1. Perez really liking that first pitch slider today.
Yeah, he's been just spamming it, just hitting that button over and over again.
And we'll see if they bring in Jennings next inning as well, as he's warming up in the Drifters bullpen. The 0-1, another slider. He'll get the strike call there again. It's 0-2.
Yeah, 53 pitches for Perez. He's been pretty efficient. We're in the 4th inning. A little over 50 pitches. That's pretty impressive. I'm surprised you have someone even warming up, even think about having someone warm up in the pen.
0-2 pitch to Kanoa Morisaki is just high for ball 1. Once again, another slider. 3 straight sliders by Perez.
He's going to give you the fastball eventually. Got to be on time for it.
Runner on third and Jake Overstreet. Infield somewhat in. Here comes the 1-2. Fastball laid on it, and that'll be the side. But not without the AppleSox picking up 1 run after an RBI double from Jake Overstreet brought in Kai McGarry, making this a 6-1 ball game. Back with more AppleSox baseball here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hop into my Chevy. We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers, where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers.
Have you ever thought about how much you're on your feet? A comfortable pair of boots can make a real difference. If you've had a hard time finding a good pair of boots, visit Neil's Boots, Shoes and Repair, where you'll find a good selection of Danner boots, including Light 2s, Vicious, and Radical 453s. They also carry Smoke Jumper and Hawthorne white boots. Neil's Boots, Shoes and Repair, 811 South Wenatchee Avenue.
Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Friendly, professional staff where they take care of all of your dentistry needs. Fillings, cleanings, root canals, crowns and bridges, orthodontic appliance therapy, oral surgery, and dental implants. Complete dentistry for the whole family, where their experienced staff takes pride in offering comfortable care in a relaxed atmosphere and strive to exceed your expectations. Dr. Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry, now at their new home at 445 Mission Street, across from Banner Bank in Wenatchee. The convenient parking off Mission and 5th Street.
Well, it's 6-1 AppleSox here after an RBI double from Jake Overstreet. Finally takes the 0 off the board. And again, top of the 5th here, Jackson Dodd, Smith Sly. For the play-by-play, here's Smith.
Thank you, Jackson. Leading things off for the AppleSox, it's going to be Aiden Gebhard, and the pitch to him is just a hair high for ball one. Pardon me, Austin Takahashi. Batting from the left side. Infielder, 5'11", 170 pounds, out of Comas Valley, Oregon. And the 1-0 pitch is painted on the outside edge, and that's strike one. Man, Lucas has been great at just painting the corners.
And an even better guy defensively.
Oh, yeah. Man, that play back up the middle to him, he barehanded it and threw to first. A broken bat, too, so a lot of moving parts on that play, as this is lined softly to shallow center field, and it will drop into the grass for a leadoff single. And good piece of hitting there for Takahashi to see the breaking ball moving away from him and was just able to serve it up kind of the opposite way into kind of left center field shallow. That's Aiden Gebhard now for the Drifters. Another left-handed bats.
That's what he can do here.
It's back-to-back lefties that Lucas is facing. Left-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch to Gebhard, and he lines this up the middle. Ahu can't make the catch. Wow. Ahu really climbed the ladder, but just couldn't get to the top rung, and it's another single to center field.
Now coming to the plate.
And back-to-back hits here in the 5th.
Number 21.
And the Drifters, not a team who's going to be known for their power.
No.
But they find a way to take advantage of opportunities, and little blinker hits like that will work.
8 hits so far tonight for them. They have been hitting the ball really well against the AppleSox. And the first pitch to Harrison is low for a ball. And before this inning, the AppleSox did their ketchup and mustard race that they do every game at home. So ketchup and mustard, running from foul pole to foul pole. And so take your guess. Who you think won? Was it ketchup or was it mustard? Harrison squares the butt in his kitchen. He fouls this down the third base line, and Reed watches it trickle just over the line and foul. Wow, what a heads-up play there by Reed at third base. He was able to know that, hey, that ball was going to tail. It was going to tail foul, so just let it roll foul, then touch it.
Very mature play by him, as if he did try and take that, both runners would have moved up in scoring position, and it could be a way worse situation for the AppleSox.
So, yeah, again, ketchup and mustard race. Locking your guesses now. Was it ketchup? Was it mustard? It was an entertaining race. I would say there was some violence. There were some times there were some guys getting knocked down, and then they were kicking them while they were down. You know. Here's the 1-1 to Harrison. That's high and outside. Runner takes off for third. The throw down. Oh, got him by a mile. What a toss by Morisaki, and what a tag by Reed.
Yeah, they tried to fool Morisaki, but there's no fooling him. That guy saw all the way, and that throw beat him by at least a step.
That was a foot-first slide from Takahashi trying to swipe third base. And Morisaki, fired it right to the apple basket of Reed. The 2-1. This runner takes off for second. That throw down, not in time this time. Wow. Close play, and Gebhard steals second base.
I think his hand just got under that one there, but a great throw on target. Even better receiving it is Ahu.
Man, I was kind of hoping that Morisaki just throws out back-to-back runners to get 2 outs. That would have been awesome. But, runner in scoring position now. Gebhard at second, and Harrison with a 2-2 count. The pitch from Lucas is a fastball high and wide, and that fills it up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now Gebhard, a returner to Springfield, played the last 2 summers with them. Bad .353 his first year in 13 games. Bad .400 on the dot this past spring. That was only in 5 games, though. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside edge, and man, just doesn't get the call. And that's going to put Harrison on first base with a walk.
Really good pitch there by Lucas. Just a hair off the outer edge.
That's Lucas's first walk of the ball game, too. He's been great at filling up the zone and just trying to keep the Springfield Drifters at bay. They put up 6 runs in the second inning and have been quiet since then. We are in the top half of the 5th. And the first pitch to Theopando is in there for a strike. Good pitch from Lucas. Now Villapando, 1 for 2 so far today. RBI ground out in the second and then singled in the third. Here's the 0-1 from Lucas. Runner takes off for third. The throw down is... No! They couldn't get the tag down. Wow. The throw was a bit high and a bit wide. Reed had to kind of jump to make the catch, and he was coming down trying to lay it down on Gebhard, and he just doesn't get him. And then Reed was arguing that Gebhard slid off the bag, but the field umpire just does not hear any of it.
It's a tough play there as Morisaki has to work around Villapando there on the run, and right now infield's going to come in and try to cut the run off.
1-1 pitch, skipped in the dirt right into the chest protector from Morisaki. He keeps it in front, though. He has double steal, too, so it does move Harrison into second. So both runners in scoring position. 1 out here in the fifth, and 6-1, Springfield on top. Villapando. One swing of the bat could make it 8-1. Here's the pitch. And he lines this high and deep to left field. Overstreet going back, and that ball is going to one-hop the wall. Both runs will score. Villapando on second easily. Wow. 8-1. Springfield leading.
He got all of that ball there, and man, Overstreet had no chance to make a play and cut any of those runs off there. Both Gebhard and Harrison going to score on that play.
And here comes Quincy Vassar to talk to Graydon Lucas. 2 runs come across the score here in the 6th, and that's it for the left-hander. The Sox call to the pen and will bring in a face to relieve him. So 8-1 the score here from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. We'll be back on to give you the scoop on who this new arm is. It's Derek Render. They put it up on the scoreboard. Man, they do my job for me quickly here. And so, yeah, it's going to be Derek Render on the mound for the AppleSox when we come back on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on your scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent.
This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
Derek Render on the mound for the AppleSox. He relieves Graydon Lucas after he went 3 innings, allowing only 2 runs here that came around to score here in this inning. And Render facing the top 3 in the order for the Drifters. And the pitch is low and inside. That's ball 1. I should say 3 1/3 innings for Graydon Lucas. Now Derek Render, a sophomore out of Nevada. Henderson, Nevada to be specific. And he comes set, takes a breath, and the pitch to this is lined into center field. Jonah Shields makes the catch. Will get it in quickly, so they'll keep Villapando at second base. Now there's 2 away here in the 5th.
The catcher, number 19.
Much needed there. The AppleSox now really just need to pitch to contact and get some easy outs. There's no need to do anything fancy, especially when you're down by 5 runs. When it's
8-1. Man, tough mountain for them to climb. 8-1 the lead in the 5th. As Render, he's got 2 outs here. Runner on second. That's Villapando, who had that 2-run RBI double a little bit ago. Pitch to Lehue. He chops this over to Ethan Marr at first. He's got it and will step on the bag himself to get the out. So, the Drifters do get 2 runs on 3 hits. no errors, and leave one man left out on the base paths. And as promised, I'll tell you who won the catch-up and mustard race. Drum roll, please. It was catch-up. And so we're into the bottom half of the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC. Ford is now batting for America. Now they're the official automotive partner for Major League, Minor League, and Little League Baseball. On Saturday, June 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Pat Armstrong Ford invites you to a fun meet and greet with the Wenatchee AppleSox. While you mingle with the players and team, Milk Company Gourmet Grilled Cheeses will satisfy your hungries with their cheesy menu of sandwiches and more. See you Saturday, June 20th, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. at Pat Armstrong Ford in East Wenatchee. NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit ncw.news for local news you can trust.
And the most powerful voices on the radio.
After 4 innings worked, Perez's day is officially done. He gives up just 1 run on 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and only 3 hits. And now they're going to bring in the right-hander, Tristan Jennings, to carry them through about the middle part of this game. And his first pitch to Ethan Marr is low for a ball. And Jennings, a freshman out of Porter Ranch, California, at the Hawaii Pacific University. And he's set from the stretch. Takes a breath, and the 1-0 to Marr is a fastball well high. That's ball 2.
Marr grounded out in a double play last at bat in the 2nd. Looking to see some success here.
And he's got a 2-0 count. Jennings set from the Drifters logo, the breath, and the pitch. And that's high and outside, ball 3. I was going to bring it up, and they gave him the yank there, and Perez apparently has been binge watching Love Island. The new season's been coming out periodically. And the 3-0 pitch to Marr is inside. That's ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to start the inning.
Love me some Love Island.
It's a sensation, man. People love Love Island. My girlfriend loves Love Island. She's been watching it a lot. Every time I call her, she keeps telling me, like, oh, yeah, I was watching Love Island today. Sorry, I didn't respond to your text. I was watching Love Island. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's captivating.
It's captivating, and she's got her priorities straight, apparently. It goes Love Island and then me,
Yeah.
As the pitching coach for the Drifters will walk out and talk to Jennings. I mean, not the way he wanted to start his outing. 4-pitch walk to start things out. And hey, while they're talking, let's take a moment to thank Lipke Insurance. Contact Lipke Insurance for your home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. Even before you need us, peace of mind delivered online at lipke.com. And hey, farm insurance, it's very important. Can't forget that one, especially out here in Wenatchee, man. A lot of farms, especially not necessarily in Wenatchee, but like in the surrounding areas.
Apple capital of the world.
Apple capital of the world, man. Best apples.
I love me some Honey Crisps.
Honey Crisps. The Cosmic Crisp.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Do you know where the Cosmic Crisp was developed?
I do know, but Smith, remind me.
From Washington State University. Go Cougs. And Jennings' first pitch to Alika Ahu. That's a breaking ball that misses well low. That's ball 1. Yeah, Washington State known for the Cosmic Crisp. It's kind of our, claim to fame, one might say.
Mm-hmm.
The agriculture department at Washington State University. 1-0 pitch. That's a slider that really missed high, ball 2.
And if I might add, I believe you knew this, but Apple Girl Kate is Joe Thornton's sister.
See, I know this now, but I didn't know that when I first started calling games here, and then I figured that out, and I was like, okay, this makes a lot more sense now. And here's the 2-0 pitch to Ahu, and again, that misses low and away for ball 3. So that is 7 straight balls from Jennings to start the day. So yeah, that took me by surprise when I was like, Joe Thornton's sister is, Apple Girl Kate. That's just insane, the connection there. And here's the 3-0. Center cut, strike 1. Way to battle back for Jennings.
We have a celebrity coming to games every once in a while.
We got to get her on the call at some point. Get her up here and just
Oh, that's a great idea.
And just talk about apples, riveting stuff.
Well, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Exactly. Here's the 3-0 from Jennings. And that's low. That's ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Jennings, and the AppleSox have a runner in scoring position.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Yeah, play to the plin. Name of the game here, especially when you're down. How many runs they are right now? I believe 7, 8-1 right now, as they need to just work their counts. There's no need to swing at those first pitches, work their counts, take these out-bats longer, and try to drive up pitching counts.
That's Terrell Reed now for the AppleSox. Jennings with 2 runners on, checks the second and the pitch, and that is a hair inside, but just clips the corner. And Terrell Reed was kind of, jackknifing away from it, and now he'll kind of plead his case quickly with the home plate umpire, but he's back in. 0-1 count. Jennings comes set. And here's the pitch. And that's a slider away. Good take by Terrell Reed, not to offer at it, and it's ball 1.
Really good break on that slider. And that seems like a lot of these guys in WCL love to go to the slider.
Yes.
It's a go-to off speed.
That's 1-1 count. 2 runners on. Marr at second. Ahu at first. Reed at the plate. Jennings, the pitch. And that is slapped to the first baseman, and it gets underneath him. Miller can't make the play. They're going to throw up the stop sign to keep Ethan Marr at third. So the bases are loaded for the AppleSox, and that's the first hits for Terrell Reed this year.
Give it up for Terrell. We said it just the other day that we knew it was going to come. If he keeps putting the ball in play, and he nearly had it today. I mean, he had that line out to left field that, oh man, he got all of that ball perfect. And just like that, he finally gets it done, breaks up that streak. Good for him.
As slump, finally busts the slump. That's just what you were looking for. Just get your first hit as an AppleSox, and just now, when the levee breaks, it might be the making of a pretty good season for Terrell Reed here in Wenatchee. And the first pitch to Jonah Shields is well inside, zips past his chin, goes to the backstop, bounces right back to Lehue, and Ethan Marr is going to throw on the brakes at third. He'll stay there.
That nearly grazed his chin strap right there. Oh, yeah. Man.
Yeah, Shields has got a little bit of a little soft beard on the chin, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's clean shaven now. 1-0 count. Jennings in a tough spot. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded for the Sox. They're down 8-1. And the pitch from Jennings. Swung on, miss at the top rung. That's strike 1.
Shields was power hungry there, trying to go yard with that swing, and I don't blame him, especially after that high inside fastball. Get a little antsy. It's going to happen.
1-1 count. No outs and 3 runners on. Bases juiced for the Sox. And they just need to chip away at that 7-run lead for Springfield. Pitch. Slider that he fouls straight back and well out of play. And we were just talking about the Cosmic Crisps at Washington State University, and Avery, our PA announcer, just reminded me, Cougar Gold cheese is another staple of the Palouse of Washington State University. Cougar Gold, delicious. I don't know, have you ever had Cougar Gold cheese before?
No, my sister brings it home all the time. But I'm not a big cheese guy.
Not a big cheese guy. Here's the 1-2, and this is lined over the head of Harrison at short, and that's going to get it done. That'll score a run. They're waving home Ahu. He is going to score standing. They'll throw to third, and Reed is safe there. Wow! Jonah Shields, 2-run double. It's 8-3 here in the 5th.
Much needed, and just like that, with a walk, you work your counts, you keep on going, and then runs will produce from that. 2 walks, and then a single, and then a 2 RBI single from Jonah Shields finally cuts this gap now for the Sox. Things are looking up for him now.
Well, it's Kai McGarry now for the AppleSox. 2 runners in scoring position, too, because that moved Reed into third. It's a good piece of hitting there from Jonah Shields. He just continues to impress here in the Valley. He's been hitting the ball really well. He's incredibly fast. He's just been driving in runs when it matters. As McGarry's first pitch is kind of past his knuckles, and that's ball 1. Not surprised me, though. You've never had Cougar Gold cheese before. Your sister brings it home. Cougar Gold's, not cheese guy, not cheese head.
What would you recommend I put it on, Smith?
You see, it's such a multi-purpose cheese. Here's the 1-0 pitch to McGarry, and it's, again, high and inside for ball 2. I'd recommend, shaving it on, because it's almost like a Parmesan. It's like a Parmesan or like a Gouda, right? Okay. So, you can, shave it onto, something or melt it onto something or cut it up and, put it on your sandwich, right? It comes in a can. It comes in, this big can, as you probably know, and, it's a big block of cheese, a big, almost a wheel of cheese. Here's the 2-0, and this is grounded sharply to Harrison at short. He will just throw to first to get the out, but it does score Reed from third, so it's 8-4 now in the 5th.
And now pinch hitters here, it's Harlan Rowe.
Yeah, Harlan Rowe taking over for Nico Pauletto. Getting the left-handed bats in lieu of Pauletto, who's a right-handed bat, to hit against Jennings. Now Harlan Rowe, kid out of Monroe, Washington. You ever been to Monroe, Washington before?
I don't believe I have.
It's kind of out by where I live in Carnation. I say that, but it's actually pretty far away from Carnation. It's a good drive away. But when you live out where I live in Carnation, Duval, Fall City, everything is kind of technically close to each other. As the first pitch to Rowe is a slider high and away, and that's ball 1. But yeah, Monroe is home to Benson Boone. I believe went to the same high school as Harlan Rowe. It's a 1-0 count. Jennings set from the logo at his jersey, and the 1-0 pitch is tickling the outside edge for strike 1. Now, Harlan Rowe's a two-way player, too. Right-handed pitcher. Also plays first base. And a 1-1 count to him with one runner in scoring position. That's Jonah Shields. And the pitch is kind of shot the opposite way, and it'll drop into left field for a base hit. Wow. A softly served up line drive, and just like that, it's 8-5. Harlan Rowe gets it done in a pinch hit spot.
Love that right there. And, a funny story with Harlan Rowe is, is mostly from U-Smith. I was just there along the ride. His helmet is just decorated with stickers.
Yeah.
And, of course, he's telling us that comes from achievements, whether it's a hit, stolen base, of course. If he's on the mound, he'll get stuff from that as well. And there's no space on there for another sticker.
Yeah.
And so Smith, you're like, oh, a pretty rough year then, when it's fully decorated.
Yeah, it's Jake Overstreet now, and the pitch to him is kind of chopped foul on the first base line. It was kind of up and in his kitchen, and he just kind of battled it away. Yeah, I was just joking with him, saying, he was explaining that. I was like, isn't it like an Ohio State thing where they put the stickers on? He's like, yeah, that's what it is. And I was just like, oh, yeah, so it must have been a pretty rough year for you. He's obviously great season with Lower Columbia this past spring. So the 0-1 pitch is a slider that he spikes, and that's ball 1. And he batted .269 this past season with Lower Columbia. 55 games played. He was working a lot there. He had 2 home runs, 3 triples, 7 doubles. Here's the 1-1 to Overstreet. And that's a slider away. Good discipline not to offer at it. That's ball 2.
They're starting to find their bearings now, especially at the plate. They're recognizing what Springfield's trying to do to them and what they're trying to set them up with, and they're not going for it anymore.
2-1 count to Overstreet. He had a double earlier in today's game to score a run, and the pitch to him is low, picked off the backhand of Lehue. And 4 runs have come across the score here just in this inning. It's 8-5 in the 5th inning, bottom half. Sox down by 3 runs. They've really been chipping into this Drifters lead. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, missed. Fastball challenged him, and Overstreet just cuts through it.
Looks like some action in the Drifters bullpen. Be Jack Klee warming up for them.
And Jennings will check in at first base. Harlan Rowe back in head first. Count still 3-2 with 1 out and One runner on for the AppleSox. They're still down by 3 runs. They've been really tacking on production here in the 5th, and they want to keep the train rolling. Pitch to Overstreet. And he fouls this one through his legs, back to the screen. Harlan Rowe is taking off on the pitch, so now he's got to put her in reverse and back her all the way back up in first base.
Most likely hit and run call there, and I like that. Trying to get runners in scoring position, especially as this game starts to dwindle it down as we're in this bottom of the 5th here.
Still full count to Overstreet. Had the RBI double in the 4th. He wants to go 2 for 3 if he can. The pitch. Rose taking off. It's low and away. Ball 4. And that's a walk by Overstreet.
Great AB there.
Now coming to the plate, the second baseman and your beer batter, Cooper Brass.
The beer batter, Cooper Brass. He's batting in a good spot here. 2 runners on, only 1 out. Here comes the coach for the Drifters, and that is most likely it for Jennings. He motions down to the bullpen, and he'll hand off the rock, and yeah, that looks like it will be it for Jennings. He comes into this inning and really kind of implodes a little bit, giving up 4 runs on 3 hits and 3 walks as well. So a really rough outing in relief for Jennings. He goes just a third of an inning. It's 8-5. We're actually still down by 3, but they're really cooking something up here in the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to AppleSox Baseball only on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Since 1977, Hagelin's Trophies has provided North Central Washington with the best in awards. Capture those special memories with a trophy, plaque, or award from Hagelin's Trophies. They also engrave name badges, desk and wall signs, and can customize your badges, signs, and awards with your logo on their laser engraving system. If you need promotional items, they can help there too. Hagelin's Trophies, 123 North Chelan and Wenatchee, and at Hagelin'sTrophies.com.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072, and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
So Tristan Jennings started things out here in the 5th. We got the first relief outing of the day, and he goes just a third of an inning, giving up 4 runs on 3 hits and 3 walks as well. And so they will give him the hook, and they'll pull him out of this game. And now they're going to bring in another right-hander, Jack Klee, a sophomore out of Beaverton, Oregon, who's playing at Chemeketa University. Played the last 2 seasons there. And he's a returner to the Drifters this year. Played with them last summer. Made 16 appearances, only 2 of which were starts, so mainly in relief. And he's been facing off against Cooper Brass, the first person he'll face for the Sox. With 2 runners on and only 1 out here in the 5th. Klee, the pitch. Yanked outside for a ball. And Cooper Brass, the beer batter of the game for the AppleSox. Batting from the right side. Starting today at second base. Klee comes set. From his belt buckle, looks at Harlan Rowe, and now the 1-0 pitch is a changeup that just drops too low. That's ball 2.
AppleSox have finally picked up some momentum here, down 8-5. Initially it was 6-1, and then it was 8-1, but in this inning they finally started to claw their way back. Exciting to see here.
2-0 pitch to Brass. Inside. Wow, did it get him? And the home plate umpire is a little confused on whether it hit him or not. It seems his initial call is that it didn't. Cooper Brass is very much of the opinion that it got a piece of him, and it hasn't my up here. That looked like it definitely hit off
third base coach Mitch Darlington. He was adamantly yelled.
Yeah,
that it hit him.
I mean, Darlington's known to be a little bit, trying to think, emotive, right? Very emotive on some of these things. And, like, that was, like you said, yelled, like, was screaming, like, hey, that hit him, right? And they're going to make the call, and they're going to say that it did not hit him. And Mitch Darlington shaking his head at the third base coach's spot as the field ump will come over and explain it to him.
I mean, it obviously wasn't firm contact, but it looked like it grazed it, you know?
Yeah, like, that was like, I know Brass moved out of the way of it, was like trying to, but it definitely looked like it clipped some part of his body, some part of his jersey, something. But it's ball 3 nonetheless, and let's see if this next pitch isn't ball 4. 2 runners on for the AppleSox. 3-0 count to Brass. Clee, the pitch. That's ball 4 outside. 4-pitch walk to Cooper Brass, so the result is the same, and the bases are loaded for Wenatchee.
Can't complain there. And then he just gets the free pass after that.
Yeah.
Same result. Just one more pitch seen.
Noah Morisaki.
Yeah, Kanoa Morisaki. Single in the second. Struck out swinging in the fourth. Looking to go 2 for 3 so far tonight, if he can. He's a lefty bat, too. Bases loaded. Wind blowing to right field.
It's looking good.
Get the mustard and the rye bread ready. Here's the pitch to Morisaki. That's high and outside. That's ball.
That's the other thing. Does not need to hit a grand slam here. We'll take a walk.
My grand slam would give Wenatchee the lead. Would make it 9-8. It's currently 8-5. Springfield on top. They tallied 6 runs in the second inning.
With 3 errors in that inning as well.
Here's the 1-0, and that is inside on the edge, strike 1. Yeah, I mean, the errors and the walks, the free passes, like, that's how you lose ball games, is you beat yourself. And that's what the Sox really did there in the second. 1-1 count for Morisaki. Bases loaded. Only 1 out here in the 5th. Down by 3 runs. The pitch from Klee. Swung on. Missed. Changeup really slowed him down, and that's strike 2.
He was so far out in front of that. He was definitely looking for that fastball right there, and I don't blame him.
Bases still loaded. Brass at first. Overstreet at second. Harlan Rowe at third base. Morisaki at the plate with a 1-2 count. Klee, the right-hander. His pitch. Swung on. Missed. Another changeup, and he fooled him again, swinging strikeouts to set up 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
The first baseman, number 25.
That's a huge out there for Klee. They really needed that. Score a sac fly would at least score 1, but now you got 2 outs. You got a little less to work with.
And the Sox have officially batted around. Marr led things off here in the 5th. Now he's back up to bat. Klee, the right-hander, working from the third base side of the rubber, set from the buckle, and here's the pitch. And that's a slider pulled low and away. Yeah, we mentioned Klee, returner to Springfield this year. Last season ended the year with a 3.24 ERA, so very efficient from him. Good ERA, good numbers. And the 1-0 to Marr. Outside edge, painted for a strike.
Good location there. Springfield's done a great job today of pitch location. I mean, they're not really blowing it by anybody, but it's their control and where they're putting the ball that's made them so successful today.
Marr looking to capitalize with the bases loaded. Klee trying to slam the door. Here's the pitch. That's another slider, and again, he pulls it low and away for ball 2. As the throw back to Klee from Lehue was, I mean, low, like bounced to the glove of Klee. Like, that was kind of a weird throw there. Like, normally, if the catcher, you kind of zip it right back to him, especially with bases loaded. Like, a lot of runners on, you want to get the ball back to the pitcher and don't let it get past him. And here's a 2-1 to Marr. And he fouls this one off the end of the bat, and that's strike 2.
He's just on it there, just a little bit late on that fastball. Needs to level out that swing here. Put it the other way. I'll be chilling.
And high ball to right field. Again, wind blowing out a little bit. Mustard in the rye bread. Klee gets the signs. And he'll come set now. 2-2 count. 2 outs. The pitch from Lee. well outside. That'll fill it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And, man, Klee really has his back pressed against the wall here.
Ethan Marr, big spot for him to deliver for the AppleSox. They need this here.
Klee comes set. Base is still loaded. The payoff pitch to Ethan Marr. And he will foul this off high to the right field side, and that will bounce in the gravel area just outside the bullpen.
Of course, 3-2, 2 outs runners will go on every oncoming pitch.
And the reason why is the pitch will either be a foul ball like that, a walk, a strikeout, or a ball in play that either ends the inning or scores runs. So you want to take off. That's why they do that on 3-2, 2 outs. So if you're a young baseball player listening, 3-2, 2 outs, you're taking off. If there's a forced play wherever you're going. Here's the payoff pitch again from Klee. Outside ball 4. Wow. That is just what Wenatchee needed. 8-6. They're only down by 2.
That's huge right there. They just need to keep on doing that. I mean, Marr did it earlier. He's the one who started off this inning with the walk, and he was later scored by Shields. And if they keep getting these walks and they'll get the hits, it'll keep on stringing together, and that is the name of the game tonight.
That's just not what Klee wanted to do. Because now he's still got the bases loaded. And Lika Ahu up to bat. The incoming freshman going to Stanford. In the first pitch, he grounds this sharply to Harrison, who kind of bobbles it, but still was able to make the flip to second to get the out and end the inning. Wow, the AppleSox really explode here in the 5th inning. They get 5 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and leave 3 men out on the base pass. So that does it for the bottom half of the 5th. We're into the 6th inning, and it's just 8-6. Wenatchee down by just 2 runs here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Eric's European Auto Repair and Sales is proud to support Wenatchee AppleSox baseball. Eric's is the #1 place for European auto repair anywhere in Central Washington. For service, repair, diagnostics, and more, visit ericseuro.com. That's ERIKSEURO.com to book online or call or text 509-888-7696. Open weekdays 7:30 to 6 with after-hours pickup and drop-off available. Enjoy 50% off rental cars when your vehicle is in the shop.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
And the sun slowly but surely descending over the horizon here in Wenatchee Ballpark, cooling off. It's 55 degrees as Render's first pitch to Lehue is just a bit outside, and that's ball 1 to start the at-bat.
Leading off for the Drifters, the first baseman, Nolan Miller.
And it's 8-6 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Wenatchee able to tally 5 runs there in the 5th inning. And the 1-0 to Lehue is right down Broadway, strike 1. Nolan Miller up to bat for the Drifters. Starting first baseman today. Kid out of Eugene, Oregon. The 1-1 to Miller. Swung on. Missed. Good breaking ball from Road. Just kind of slid it past him. That's strike 1. And the ballpark here debuting their strike 2 with the whale graphic as the 1-2 is slapped foul. And do you know the story behind why we have the whale graphic now?
I do not know.
Okay, so
news to me.
The sound effect that we play is from Star Wars. It's the Imperial siren that plays on the Star Destroyer. You know that what that is, of course.
Yes.
Many of the fans here think that it's whale noises. As the 1-2 is grounded sharply to Ethan Marr, who slides to a knee to get the play. He'll flip to Derek Render to complete it and get the out to kick things off here in the 6th.
Nice sliding play there to just backhand that ball even better, to set his feet, have composure, and flip it over to Redder rather than try and force it and take it himself.
And PFPs, we like to practice those in practice. You get it down. They seem tedious, but it comes out to, be really beneficial. And now it's Mana Heffernan from the right side. The pitch to him is just low for a ball. But yeah, no, a lot of fans were kind of yelling at the press box saying, like, you guys are playing whale noises on strike 2, and there was a couple times where we missed playing the sound effect, and they would say, hey, give us the whales. We want to hear the whales. The 1-0 to Heffernan is well outside. It was a slider that missed, 2-0. And that's just funny to me because I feel like it's one of the most recognizable sounds in all of Star Wars is the Imperial Siren.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree on that one.
And,
but it could be a whale, too.
It could be. The 2-0 is chopped over to Ahu, who will gather it and throw it across the diamond. Wow, what a play.
What a stretch.
Man, Ethan Marr just goes as far as he can, stretches, does the splits to make that play because Ahu had to rush the throw. And so Ethan Marr able to back him up by just stretching and, stealing about a half step off that play.
It's like a ballerina out there, the way how far he went down into the splits.
Well, now it's Peyton Tyner. Left-handed batter. The pitch from Render is inside on the edge. That's strike 1. Yeah, Ethan Marr's been known to do that. He's done that a couple times. He is very flexible for a big man. Here's the 0-1 to Tyner, and that is just low for a ball. So, yeah, the fans were, asking about the whales. And then Rory, who runs press box here, put together the whale graphic for strike 2. And the 1-1 pitch is skipped right in front of Tyner. And that's ball 2. So 2-1 the count. 2 outs here in the 6th. It's 8-6. Springfield leading by 2. And they did much of their damage in the second inning. 6 runs there. And then 2 runs last frame in the top of the 5th. 2-1. Low and away by a hair. That's ball 3. Three-one count to Tyner, the sophomore from Oregon. The pitch from Render. And he gets jammed on this. A ground ball up the middle, but out of the reach of Brass and Ahu. And that's a little soft single from Tyner.
And that's what Springfield's been doing all day today. It's just ground balls up the middle or through a gap or a line drive they hit off the end of the bat. I mean, they're not hitting the ball exceptionally well today, but they find a way to get it into play, and it's working for them.
Now it's Takahashi up to bat. The pitch from Render is a fastball that's right there for a strike. And Tyner at first base. He plays with Lane Community College. Takahashi at the plate now. Tyner at first, Takahashi at the plate, both at Lane Community College. The 0-1 from Render is swung on and missed. Good pitch inside, and Takahashi couldn't get a barrel to it.
Looks like Colin Frazier warming up in the AppleSox bullpen.
And lefty from Bellevue. Render's going to pick off here, and Tyner back in safely. And Lake Quincy Vassar pitched for Bellevue as well. So a little bit of a connection there. 0-2 count. The pitch from Render. Grounded over to Ahu. Served up easily. He will run to the bag himself. Not in time. The throw to first is also not in time. Man, just poorly judged there by Ahu, and everyone's safe.
I think he tried to force it on Sunday in Game 3. He had 2 double plays where he was able to stretch enough with his legs and get it there, but that was just not the moment. Brass was almost on the bag, not there just yet, so I understand why he wanted to try and take it himself, but he's got to trust his second baseman there and hit him with a flip.
And does that go down as a fielder's choice?
Go down as an error.
Would it go down as an error? I see. And then the pitch to Gebhardt is inside, brushes him back. He kind of moonwalks out of the way of it, and that's ball 1. And you're right, it would go down as an error in E6. Because he didn't get the out at second, so everyone's safe. So on a fielder's choice, someone has to be out, basically, yeah. 1-0 count on Gebhardt. 5'9", 174 pounds. Render, the pitch. And this is slapped to left field, and that is going to roll all the way to the wall. Wow, they're going to wave home Tyner. They are going to wave home Takahashi a 2-run triple. The throw to third is not in time. Yeah, 2-run triple for Gebhard. Wow, extend the lead 10-6.
Man, that was risky there, sending Gebhard all the way to third. They nearly got him out, too, but the throw was just a little wide, and it wasn't able to be gloved by Reed. And just like that, Springfield, once again, with a commanding 4-run lead.
And that's a lefty batter shooting it the opposite way. They were shifted over to play the pole ball, so Overstreet was kind of nowhere near that ball, and it rolled all the way, and so a 2-run triple, that's huge for the Drifters. You get those 2 runs. You get 2 runs back, right? The Sox struck for 5 in the 5th and 1 in the 4th, so that's all 6 of their runs. So now you just take 2 back here. That's what you needed to be able to respond to a 5-spot put up. As now the pitch to Harrison is low and almost in the dirt for ball 1. Now Harrison getting the start today at short. Incoming freshman, so just graduated high school, and he'll be playing for Rice next year in Texas. Render's pitch. Low and away. That's ball 2. Now Harrison out of Kailua, Hawaii. So Ahu for the Sox. Starting shortstop. Incoming freshman from Hawaii. Harrison. Incoming freshman from Hawaii. So both the Drifters and the Sox with incoming freshmen at their starting shortstop positions. And the next pitch is right there for a strike. And Harrison's been looking pretty solid so far today. Looking good. As is Ahu, minus that one error he had there a few moments ago. And the 2-1 pitch. That's well high and well outside for ball 3. And Harrison, 6'2", 195 pounds. True righty. Bats righty, throws righty. He's got a runner on. That's Gebhard at third. He had that 2-run RBI triple a few seconds ago. And the 3-1 pitch is low in the dirt, ball 4. Man, Render kind of struggling here in the 6th.
Sucks to see again. It's just the walks have been detrimental to both teams today. I mean, that's how the AppleSox got their 5 runs in that 1 inning was off of initial walks, and that's what happened in the 2nd inning earlier in this ball game. It's starting to happen now. It's giving me a little bit of deja vu.
Oh, it's Jacob Villapondo now for the Drifters, and the first pitch to him dances over the plate for a strike. Now it's pitch number 20 for Render. 0-1 count on Villapondo. 2 outs here. He's trying to get out of the inning. The pitch. Chopped over to Brass at second. He will flip to the bag. And Ahu's there to catch it and stomp on it for the out. And that is the inning. The Drifters get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and leave 1 man left on the base path. So 10-6 now the score here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. The Drifters able to take 2 back, and we're going to move into the bottom half of the 6th here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
The quick 102.1 mobile app is your portal away.
Terrell Reed, Jonah Shields, and Kai McGarry are your three guaranteed Sox here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. It's 10-6. Drifters on top. They struck for two there in the top half of the inning. As Klee is still out on the mound for Springfield. His first pitch to Reed, center cut, and that's strike one.
Reed finally picked up his first hit as an AppleSox in the fifth inning, and man, he was one of the runs that scored across too.
You got to hope that's a sign of good things to come for the freshman from Arizona. The 0-1 pitch to him. And that's a changeup that's dropped right there for strike two. Man, that was a good pitch to hit right there. Like, you know, it's a changeup, so it's definitely going to slow you down a little bit, but that was right down the middle. If you just sit back, it's going to be right there, and your barrel can just crush that a long way. Here's the 0-2. That's outside, ball one.
Liking the off speed right now. Klee's trying to work that, but they're going to catch on soon enough.
That's a 1-2 count to Reed. Blank canvas, nobody on. No outs here. Bottom of the sixth. Pitch from Klee. Swung on and missed. A slider well outside, and Reed was really fooled by it. And that is strikeout number one for Klee.
Number 4, Jonah Shields.
I should just say that's strikeout number 2 for Klee. He did strike out Morisaki in the fifth. And lineup card flips over for Jonah Shields. He's a kid from North Dakota with Jacksonville University the past 2 seasons. Batted .408 with them last spring. So a really consistent bat. He's been doing it here in Wenatchee. The pitch to him is inside, check swing. They say he went around, and it's a 0-1 count to start him out.
They need Jonah to come up big here. He's been reliable all season round for the AppleSox, and he's the guy they need to rely on in this moment to get something started.
0-1 count to him. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch from Klee. Slider outside, good take by Shields. And Shields picked up his 14th hit of the game today with that 2-run double in the fifth. And he continues to lead the team. 14 hits so far this year. He's been very consistent. It's 1-1 count. Klee nods, agrees on the sign. He's set from the belt, and the pitch is a slider that Shields, man, lifts high and deep to center field. Gebhardt's underneath it, plants his feet, and makes the catch, and quickly 2 away here in the sixth.
Good barrel there, but just hit it right at Gebhardt. Only has to take 2-3 steps to his right to haul that one in.
And Kai McGarry now for Wenatchee. He had a single in the fourth, an RBI ground out in the fifth, and drew a walk back in the first. And he has 2 stolen bases just today, giving him his 3rd stolen base on the year for Wenatchee. And the pitch from Klee. He squares the bunt, and he pushes this down the first baseline right to Klee, though. He scoops it up and flips to first, and that's the inning. 3 up and 3 down go the AppleSox, so they get no runs, no hits, no errors, and obviously nobody left on base. 10-6, still your score here from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. I'm Smith Sly and Jackson Dodd. Don't go anywhere here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
Slide into summer fun at Slidewaters Lake Chelan, your one-stop vacation paradise with 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racer, bolt down their tube classic Thunder Rapids with just you on your tube or a party up to 4. Plunge down the completely enclosed Purple Haze or float down the lazy river. Slidewaters Lake Chelan, for all the fun adventures, go to slidewaters.com.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
10-6 your score here going in to the top half of the 7th inning. The Sox call to the bullpen and bring in Tyler Skyleman. And on play-by-play for the 7th inning, it will be Jackson Don.
Thank you, Smith. Appreciate you. As the sun goes down here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, everyone bringing out their jackets and coats. Around 55 degrees with no more sunlight showing across the field with the lights lighting up our beautiful field today. Again, who we got on the mound today for us, Smith?
And Tyler Skyleman, sophomore and a Wenatchee native. He's here from the Valley. Played 2 years with Wenatchee Valley College, so he's familiar with Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Didn't play at all those first 2 years, and then this past spring transferred to Georgia Gwinnett, down south, right? And played, he got 4 games of action there, no starts, had a 27 ERA, though, so a bit inflated, and now he's going to be facing the top half of the order.
Cooper Mullins leads it off here for the Drifters. Skyleman winds back and deals. Here's the first pitch from him. Swinging a fly ball. In left field, ranging to his right is Overstreet. He'll make the grab for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Pretty effective there.
Yeah, so exactly what you want to see. You want to see some efficiency from your relievers. And like you said, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's especially on the top half of the order. If you can do that for the next 2 guys, that's exactly what you want.
Now batting.
And here's L.J. Lehue. L.J.'s had a pretty good day today, 2 for 4 with 2 singles and an RBI single in the 2nd inning. Deep breath here, winds back and deals the pitch outside for ball 1. And the Skyleman family, especially Joe and Tyler, Tyler are guys who I've played against before. And I have guys who've played against before as well. And Wenatchee has been great pitchers growing up here as the next pitch is in there for a strike. Remember one time our team played against Joe, and man, that guy, he was a force on the mound, recording about 8 strikeouts in our Battle of the Bridges game.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a force to be reckoned with, and Tyler was just as good. 1-0 pitch. Check swing does not go. It's in the dirt for ball 2.
And so, the Skyleman's obviously from... It's Wenatchee High School, right?
Wenatchee
and you're
High
from
School.
Eastmont.
Yes, sir.
So a bit of a rivalry there.
Yeah, and they're, the head coach of Wenatchee is Mr. Skyleman, their father as well.
Oh, wow.
2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1 with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the 7th inning. Excuse me, 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count. Skyleman fires, check swing. He did go. Strike 3 called. And Skyleman knew it. 2nd out recorded here now. That'll bring up Nolan Miller.
Now, like we said, he's working quickly. First pitch out on Mullins and then a swing strikeout to get Lehue. Now you got Nolan Miller. Potentially 3 up, 3 down.
That's exactly what they need, too. There's no need to dilly-dally here as this game winds out again. Top of the 7th. AppleSox down 10-6. Saki gives his sign to Skyleman. Skyleman collects. And here's the first offering. Swing and a 1-hopper over to Ahu. He gloves it, bobbles it, though. The throw is in time. What a way to recover in a 1-2-3 inning for Skyleman. Then we'll turn over the side. Still 10-6 Drifters as we head down to the bottom of the 7th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus. with Link Transit. NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
It's time for This Day in Baseball History, presented by NCW News, NCW News Network, accurate and intensely local news for North Central Washington. Check NCW.news for community stories every single day. June 9th, 2011, the AppleSox team a doubleheader over the Kelowna Falcons with a 6-0 and 5-0 shutout victories. Alex Phillips tosses 6 scoreless innings in the first game before Owen Jones tosses a complete game shutout with 8 strikeouts over 7 scoreless innings in Game 2. Harlan Rowe leads off the bottom of the 7th for the AppleSox as they're down 10-6 here in this ballgame. First offering to him was an off-speed just outside for ball 1.
And Rowe took over for Pauletto back in the 5th inning and came up clutch. RBI single, and then also came around to score himself. And that was that 5-run inning that the Sox were able to put up to put themselves within striking distance of Springfield.
Next offering from Klee. In there for strike 1. So 1-1 the count. Nobody on here, no outs. In the bottom of the 7th. AppleSox with 6 total hits today, but 4 errors. Here's the 1-1. Way outside in the other batter box, and the count is 2-1.
And a couple of those errors on Alika Ahu at short. We were saying that, his defense was looking good in that Kamloops series, and then here today, he's had a couple balls that he's bobbled that are pretty easy plays, and so you wonder if, the nerves are getting to him a little bit. Young kid, just graduated high school.
2-1 on the way. Swung on and missed late on the 2-seam there. Count goes 2-2.
But he's also gotten bailed out by Ethan Marr a couple times with some great stretches at first base.
Exactly, and, creds to Ethan Marr there as well. He struggled a little bit in the field today as well, but he's made up for it with great plays. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Klee collects himself, and the pitch inside, and the count is full. That seemed closer than what it actually was because Rowe is really crowding the plate right now.
And his toes are really on the white line.
3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here, nobody on. AppleSox still down 10-6. Klee gets his sign, and the pitch. Swung on to the fly ball, strained, just fouling out of play. And that will roll into the parking lot.
He hit around the roof of the concession stands, restroom, and ump room out there in left field, multi-purpose building. Serves a lot of roles. Wears a lot of different hats.
It does.
Buildings can wear hats. Wears a lot of different roofs. There you go.
Klee gets his sign, and the pitch way outside. Ball 4. Harlan Rowe will work a leadoff walk in this bottom of the 7th. Brings up Jake Overstreet.
Number 5, Jake Overstreet.
Jake's had quite a day today. He's gone 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the 4th, a walk in the 5th, and then did record a pop out in the 1st. He digs in with a runner on first. AppleSox down 4, looking to close that gap here. First offering from Klee is just high for ball 1. Michael Clean warming up in the Drifters bullpen. Gone through 3 pitchers today already. The 1-0 to Overstreet, outside, ball 2.
Yeah, Overstreet's out of Rockwall, Texas, played at Weatherford Junior College. So he had a long drive up to come play here in Wenatchee. And he had a good season with Weatherford this last spring. Batted .403 in 58 games played, so not, a stat padding average by any means.
2 balls, no strikes, man on first. Here's the pitch. Clips the inner edge for strike 1.
You see a lot of guys in college where it's like, oh, they had a .403 average or .450 or something like that, but they only played like 12 games. So you have a guy who played 58 games and had a .403 average. That's consistency right there.
Klee, long wait. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. He's starting to lose his touch here. Rowe did try to steal earlier in this ball game. We could see some movement while he's on the base pass. Wind blowing out to right field. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Justin slide, but that will clip the inner edge. Count will go full.
And you saw Overstreet getting ready to toss the bat, and he has to just play it off like he was just stepping out and rounding back into the box. And now he's got, full count here.
Klee takes a look at first. Collects himself. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. And the count will stay full.
Overstreet's been having a good day today. RBI double in the 4th, drew a walk in the 5th. Came around to 3rd each time, was stranded there each time as well.
He's not a guy who will go down easy.
No,
he's going to fight off every single pitch, which is what you want in your guys.
Absolutely.
3 balls, 2 strikes, man on first, nobody out. Here comes the pitch from Klee. That catches the outer half for strike 3, and Overstreet can't believe it. He shakes his head, but will accept it and walk back to the dugout. That'll bring up Cooper Brass with 1 out and a man on first.
That's a rough one there. Close, really borderline pitch, but, that's one of those things where 2-strike count, you can't let anything like that get past you. Even though you might think it's ball 4, you just got to slap it away if you can and just try and string something together here in the 7th.
Exactly. Cooper Brass now batting .583. Granted, that's only in a couple of games. As Klee will check back. Ball gets away from the first baseman. Rowe thought about going. It's a couple side shuffles towards his left, but he'll decide to stay. Brass hitless today, walked most recently in the 5th. Grounded out twice today. Klee gets a sign and deals. That one's in there center cut for strike 1. Crowd a little disgruntled with that call there. 0-1. Swinging a weak ground ball down to third base, backhanded, but they will say it is a foul, and they'll have to do it all over.
That's a good use of disgruntled, I gotta say. Disgruntled would be the word.
Disgruntled.
Disgruntled.
So the count's 0-2. The man on first in Harlan Rowe with 1 out. AppleSox still down by 4, 10-6. Looking at the box score again, 10-6. And then Drifters with 11 hits. AppleSox with 6. And the AppleSox with 4 errors in this ball game. 3 coming from the 2nd inning. Yeah.
Brutal.
Brutal indeed. Klee takes a look at first, collects himself. And the 0-2. Below the knees for ball 1. Brass comes into this game with 7 hits and 5 RBIs in his short stint as an AppleSox. 1-2 offering. Way outside. Ball 2, not even close there. And Brass will continue his battle here.
And you mentioned Brass batting a little bit over 500, today. You're only playing, I believe, 3 games. So that's one of those things, again, where it's your sets are a little inflated because of the very small sample size.
Count at 2 is here. The pitch inside nearly grazed him, and they say it will. And so a hit by pitch there. And that might be a makeup for one that happened earlier.
Yeah.
But we both know he'll take it.
Was that Brass as well in that one?
I think it was Brass.
It was.
Noah Morisaki.
Looks like it just grazed his inner arm. And with that, there's runners at first and second base. May have a pitching change here, but first off, I want to give a big thank you to Celerity Credit Union. Celerity Credit Union presents the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the west lot of Pybus Public Market. So a new face here coming to mound for the Springfield Drifters. We'll meet him after this here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me, early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
What makes us so unique in the community is our pledge to generosity and excellence. At the heart of the Moeller family and our dedicated staff lies an unwavering dedication to the well-being of our community. We are proud of our role as a local family-owned funeral service provider. For us, it's not just about conducting funeral services, it's about extending a hand of compassion and support through life's most challenging moments. We stand ready to walk with you through these difficult times at your pace, caring for and supporting you each step of the way. Brookside Funeral Home, where compassion meets commitment.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
Welcome back here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. New face on the mound for the Drifters. But first off, it's time for the WCO School Board Report presented by Exalt Wellness. Visit exaltwellness.com today and discover holistic, non-invasive care tailored just for you. So, Smith, what's going on around the league?
Yeah, a lot of exciting games here in the WCL. First, you got Victoria, who played against Edmonton, and the Harbor Cats won that game 4-0. Then you got Nanaimo playing Bellingham. It's 6-1 in the 8th. Nanaimo on top. Walla Walla and Kelowna playing each other. 4-0. Kelowna leading in the 6th. Then you got Kamloops and Port Angeles. It's 11-8 in favor of the North Ponce in the top of the 6th. Ridgefield and Yakima Valley, top of the 8th, 4-1. Ridgefield on top. It's Salem and the Marionberries, 6 to 5:30 p.m. That game about to go underway. And then you got Bend and Portland. It's 13-1. Bend really blowing out Portland just in the 6th inning.
Yeah, Michael Klein on the mound for the Drifters here. First off, Raina Kano-Morisaki was just a bit outside for ball one. Runners at first and second base. AppleSox down 10-6 here in the bottom of the 7th. Next off, Rain is just a bit low for ball two. Michael Klein, a junior out of Fresno, California. He's going to school at Rogers State this year. He had a 3-2 record with a 3.82 ERA, 19 games, no starts with 35 1/3 innings, 34 hits, 9 walks, and 27 strikeouts with 4 saves.
Man,
that's a really good walk-to-strike ratio.
Nuts. I mean, great ratio.
He's going to be a really reliable guy for the Drifters this season, and it's no wonder they put him into this game at this current situation. So 2 balls, no strikes again, 1 out, runners at first and second. Klein, deep breath and fires. The lefty's fastball hits the outer half for strike 1. He's got a really good natural run on that fastball, which all lefties will have some form of it, some better than others. 2-1 the count. Next offering. Catches top of the zone for strike 2.
Those are 2 good pitches to hit, too. Like, I mean, maybe not the second one. That one's a bit high, but the other one, like, those are 2 pitches that, you know, you can definitely serve it up to the outfield. With 2 runners on, you got Rowe at second, and you got Brass at first. You can serve something up to the outfield and score them. And it just starts with 1 run. You need to chip into that 4-run lead.
Exactly. Do not need to get all in one swing. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Morisaki is retired after a strikeout by Klein here, his first of the ball game.
That was the 3rd time tonight that Morisaki struck out swinging. Struck out swinging in the 4th, 5th, and now the 7th.
He started off strong, too, with the single in the 2nd. That was the first of the ball game, too.
Yeah.
Ethan Marr here. He's walked twice today and grounded out into a double play in the 2nd. Runners at first and second for him with 2 outs. First offering to him, fastball in there for strike 1.
He's also had some great plays in the field. I mean great. Like, really full stretch. And when I say full stretch, I mean, like, incredibly flexible.
Like a ballerina.
Full splits.
1-0 the count here. Klein gets his sign, collects himself. Lefty takes a breath and fires. That's taken just on the outer third for a strike. And the count's quickly 0-2. Klein, deep breath once again. Infield in. Takes a look back and fires to the plate. The pitch swung on and missed. And that'll be the side. 2 strikeouts for Klein after coming back in. And the AppleSox still down 10-6. They leave 2 runners on with no hits, no errors. And again, no runs here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM, KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
At Libke Insurance, your protection is our first priority. Hi, this is Jeff Browns, president of Libke Insurance. Don't be fooled by gimmicks or cut-rate insurance. We offer real protection provided by real professionals. At Libke Insurance, we understand every person is unique, and that's why we work with numerous top companies to find the right coverage at the best price. That's value. That's Libke Insurance. Let us help you before you need it. Let's talk today.
Lipke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lipke.com.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves a ding or dent in your car or truck, take it to Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service. Family owned, Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service will give you a free estimate and will handle all the paperwork. If you need auto repair, they can do that too, including checking the air conditioner, oil changes, tune-ups, diagnostics, and more. Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service.
Still at 1422 North Miller, Suite A in Wenatchee.
We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers, where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers, oh yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious. They really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers. Made fresh for you.
To the top of the 8th we go here. AppleSox still down by 4 runs. It's 10-6 here. Jackson Dodd Smith Sly, thanks for joining us on this Tuesday evening here as the AppleSox look to continue their winning streak as they just swept the Kamloops North Paws just on Sunday here. And leading off this inning, we'll have Mana Hefferman, Tyler Skyleman on the mound, the Wenatchee native here. First offering on the way, just outside for ball 1. Hefferman steps back in here. He grounded out in his last at-bat. The windup and the delivery. Pitch high and inside for ball 2. I want to give a big shout out to People's Bank. They want to help you to buy your dream home. From buying the land to building the house, local lenders and local decisions. Welcome home. Welcome to People's Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. 2-0 the count here. Nobody on the pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. Tyler looks down, looks at his glove, and fires towards the plate. The 3-0. And their guaranteed strike counts 3-1. Hefferman's done a good job today with an RBI double in the 2nd and then a single in the 4th. Three balls, 1 strike, nobody on. Here's a pitch from Skyleman. Outside, ball 4, and a leadoff walk for the Drifters.
Yeah, 3rd time tonight that Hefferman's got on base. And that single in the 4th, that was one where there was a ball hit out to left field, and he was coming around to try and score, and he got, kind of hosed.
He did, yeah.
Like by a mile. It was a good play, Morasaki, but a good throw from Alika Ahu, who's the cutoff man, and then Morasaki just, puts the tag right on him.
Yes.
Your attention, please. Pitch running for the Drifters, number 46, Broderick Burr.
Broderick Burr, pinch hitter now. Pinch runner for the Drifters. Here's Peyton Tyner. He steps in with a runner on first, no outs. Still up by 4 here. Skyleman looks down, fires towards the plate. Pitches outside for ball 1. Tyler, part of the Skyleman family here in Wenatchee. One brother left, who I believe just graduated this year, Blake Skyleman. One other runner goes, swung on and slapped the other way. Gloving it as Reed throws the first. The throw goes way wide and into the Drifters' dugout. And just like that, they're going to advance the third. Runners are at the corners now. And man, what a turn of events there. Bird tried to steal, so they could not get the double play, which is smart there. And then Reed gloves it, and off-balance throw takes it way past Marr and sends it into Springfield's dugout.
And that's why you steal a base like that, because it just is throwing chaos into the mix. Like you saw Reed there make the, get the ball, realize kind of in time that, oh, wow, the runner's taking off for second. I don't have a play there. So then he has to change course and make the throw to first. And it's in your head now because you're like, oh, man, I got to reassess and change where I'm going.
Exactly.
And then you throw the ball away. And that's why teams do that. That's why they have a hit and run like that. You slap it to the left side and make the infield make errors. That's the error number 5 for the AppleSox tonight, which is, wow. I mean, this might be the most errors they've made in the game, I think, this year.
That's just been detrimental to the squad today. I mean, you look at it on paper, how many runs have come across just based off of errors? At least 4 or 5?
I believe so, just about. I mean, it's 10-6 at the moment, but now you got run number 11 90 feet away. And I mean, Springfield, coming into today's game, they're last place in the South Division. The AppleSox are top of the North Division, and this is exactly why we say early season baseball, you can't tell that much.
No.
Because any team can be first, any team can be dead last, and Springfield's showing that right now.
Austin Takahashi steps in. He's trying to bring that run on third home with runners at the corners. First offering, just a bit low for ball 1.
And let's talk about errors. Takahashi's gone on base twice today, both from errors from Alika Ahu.
And that's kind of out of character for Alika. He's done very well lately. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Skyleman. Bunt shown. It's popped up. Saki can't find it, and it will fall down as a foul ball. Counts 1-1.
That's one of those ones that you could make a play on, right? That's potentially, it's in play. You don't get those very often. And just one of those ones that just kind of is, not great because, Morisaki just loses it, right? It's straight up, and when you have the mask on like that, you are not able to get the mask off quick enough. And so then when it gets behind you, you're like, man, I could have made a play on that.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Runners at the corners. The pitch. Bunt put down again. Really good bunt. Mark loves it. He bobbles it, and he does not have a play. The run will score, and another one advances to third, but they get the tag down in time. Man, pandemonium all over. They were standing around for a second, and of course, you can't blame Peyton Tyner there trying to go to third because they just kind of forgot he was on base for a second.
I mean, it's just not a lot to say about that one. I mean, the errors are really mounting up. That's error number 6 for the AppleSox today, so a lot of blunders. And Springfield's just taking advantage. That's just how you win baseball games, is walks and errors. And there have been errors in spades so far today for the AppleSox.
6th error today officially. Here's Aiden Gebhard with a runner on first and 1 out. Skyleman, a deep breath, checks back to first. No tag applied, and in safely will be Takahashi. 11-6 now your score here on the top of the 8th. Next offering outside for ball 1. Gebhard, most recent at bat, hit a bases clearing 2-RBI triple. Man, what a hit by him. Another check back to first. No tag applied again. And Skyleman just trying to buy some time and gather himself. Plenty of action in the AppleSox bullpen, but can't make out exactly who's warming up right now. Runner goes, the pitch. It's ball, and they get it at the same exact time. Saki once again catches them, stealing the 2nd time today, and there is no running on him. Pitch was clearly a ball. Honestly, could have been a pitch out to try and get it away. That takes a runner off, and now, finally, 1 out. Excuse me, 2. 2-0. Swing and a hard ground ball. High hop there, gloving it is Brass. He'll underhand toss it to Marr. And there's the third and final out of the inning. But one more run added on to the lead for the Drifters. It's 11-6 as we head down to the bottom of the eighth here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Well, it's the bottom of the eighth. The AppleSox have a lot of work to do right now. Down 5 runs, 11-6 your official score. Jackson Dodd Smith Sly, happy to have you on this Tuesday night. Lika Ahu leads it off here. He last reached on a fielder's choice in the sixth. Currently on the mound, it is Clean. Clean's done a great job handling the AppleSox lately. And looks like right now, first base coach Ian Sagdahl's having a conversation with the field umpire, Henry De Jesus. It's like a pretty heated conversation. So at this time, we'd like to take a break and thank one of our sponsors. 250 years ago, the spark was lit and a new America was forged in the flames from the New American Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions. Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning Best Musical 1776, July 31st through August 15th at the New America Pack. Tickets for 17.6 now on sale at newamericapack.org. Well, the conversation ends, and here comes the first pitch to Ahu. First pitch in there for strike one here on the inside corner. Smith, did you catch what that conversation was about, the context?
I don't think so. I mean, things have just kind of not been going the AppleSox way all day, so it might be something of that ilk.
Client's 0-1 is waved on and missed, and it counts 0-2.
I also can't really see down the first baseline all too great. I'm sitting down in the press box here, and I got the speaker. That's kind of my line of sight. I can see much of the field pretty well, but just that first base side is just out of my peripheral, basically.
Yes. Swing and a ball hit the other way. That'll be a base hit. Ahu rounds first, but it will chop up there. And he gets the inning started for the AppleSox, his first hit of the ball game.
I'm going to go opposite field on a fastball. I mean, good pitch to hit, and then just slaps it through the right side, and on a line, too. Like a bit of a screamer, right at the right fielder's hinder, but still, a single's a single.
They'll take it, especially with how low morale has been, and especially in these late innings. So again, 11-6 here. Here's Terrell Reed, struck out in his last AB. Klein gets his sign from Lehue. The windup and the pitch. Catches top of the zone for strike one. AppleSox have left 7 men on base today, and one that's not great, but it's also a testament for how many have just not gotten on today. The next pitch from Klein, swung on and slapped the other way. It'll go out of play for strike two.
Yeah, outside of that fifth inning where the Sox were able to tally 5 runs, they've been very quiet. 1 run in the fourth, and then nothing really else besides that. So 11-6, Drifters on top, a pretty good margin.
Mm-hmm. Klein, deep breath, the lefty. Wind back and deals. Swing and a miss early on that off speed there. And Reed is retired, his second strikeout today. Here's Jonah Shields. So scoring-wise, Springfield scored 6 in the second, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and 1 most recently in the eighth. AppleSox 1 in the fourth and 5 in the fifth. But since then, there's been nothing.
Not a lot of production.
Klein, the pitch. In there for strike one on Shields. And Klein's just going right at him. He's not trying to do too much. He's getting ahead early with that fastball and then working off of that in later counts with his slider. The 0-1 on the way is high and away for ball one. Temperatures drop down to just around 54 degrees here with a slight breeze blown out to right field. Advantage for the lefties here. The 1-1 to Jonah. Swung on, a popped up foul, and the count will go to 1-2.
Man, it's an advantage to lefties, but if you're a righty, that kind of might change your approach a little bit to say, instead of trying to yank a ball to left field, why don't I just try and hit the inside part of the baseball, serve it to right field, get it high enough, the wind will do the rest. So if you hit a decent line drive to right field, that's a home run.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Man on first. Here comes the pitch from Klein. Swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer half. Foul tip into the glove. And that'll bring up Kai McGarry.
The right fielder, Kai McGarry.
And in a game where no one's really stood out, McGarry's kind of stood out a little bit. He has 1 hit, he has 2 stolen bases, and RBI in the fifth, and came around to score. So I see some fairly good numbers from McGarry in a game where no one else is really kind of picking up the slack.
I mean, only total of 7 hits in this ball game today. First off, McGarry's in there for strike 1. On 1 the count, man on first, 2 outs. Once again, 11-6 Drifters. Klein gets his sign here from Leahy. The windup and the delivery. Swing and a miss fastball on the inside corner. Got him. And we got to go on 2. He's just going straight at him.
Not afraid to attack him.
No. Springfield comes into this game with a 2-7 record. Has not played a single game on the road. Next pitch is an off speed just outside for ball 1. We talked about it. They were untested on the road.
Yeah.
We were excited to see how they could handle it. All their previous 9 games were all homestands, and now they're here, and they're showing some road prowess. The 1-2. Swung on, a popped up in foul territory. Ranging to his left is Miller at first base. He's working back. Dives, but he can't glove it. Lost it in the lights. Hard to see in this darkening sky.
And the crowd here at Paul Thomas laughing at him there. He looked a little silly on that one. And as a first baseman, I'd say the corner infield spots are the worst to try and field pop-ups on because oftentimes it's right over your head or over your shoulder, and so you have to drift back and try and make a play. So to be perfectly honest with you, I played first base for a long time. I think I've only caught 3 pop-ups in my entire life. I almost always just vacate and let the second baseman take it because I'd much rather them make a play on it because they just have a better angle on it.
Exactly.
And so, you don't want to do that. You don't want to look silly.
No. 1-2 on McGarry. Here's the next pitch. Way outside. Looks like he lost his grip on that off speed. The count will go to 2s, as well as 2 outs and a man on first in the bottom of the 8th. Game 1 tonight. We got 2 more games here. Wednesday night and Thursday night. Runner goes. The pitch. Check swing. He went. Dugout not a fan of that, and the crowd has the same exact feeling. Minimal argument here, and that'll be the side of the AppleSox. Get 1 hit, leave 1 man on. There's no errors and no runs. It's still 11-6 we head to the top of the 9th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special healthcare needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
AppleSox fans, summers are hot, and the last thing you want is to turn on your car's AC and out blows hot air. Get your air conditioner recharged at Mid-Valley Automotive for just $287.74. And keep cool. This includes 2 pounds of 134A Freon. Mid-Valley Automotive works on all foreign and domestic models. Mid-Valley Automotive, 270 East Penny Road in Wenatchee.
This summer, splash your cares away and create unforgettable memories. Treat your family and friends to Slidewaters Lake Chelan. Overlooking the majestic Lake Chelan Valley, Slidewaters is your one-stop vacation paradise with 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racers, slide down the completely enclosed Purple Haze, float down the Lazy River, and the kids will love the Aqua Zoo. Their well-trained, friendly staff will ensure your stay is safe and lots of fun. Slidewaters Lake Chelan, now open through Labor Day. Visit slidewaters.com for more information.
Well, it's the top of the ninth here, and the AppleSox have to dig out of a hole here. 11-6, new pitcher on the mound. It'll be Joe Skyleman of play-by-play. Here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. Yeah, Joe Skyleman taking over for his brother, Tyler, who just pitched in relief, and now Joe taking over for him. Both right-handers. Skyleman, Joe, I should mean, is 6'3", so 3 inches taller than his brother, and he's playing at Wenatchee Valley College, so here, Paul Thomas Senior Stadium in the spring, and now here in the summer. It's his first pitch to Harrison is there for a strike. So Harrison, Villapando, and then Mullins, the first 3 batters that Joe will face. Skyleman's 0-1 delivery is low and outside, and that's ball 1. Yeah, the bottom half of the ninth, the 8th came to a close in a bit of a weird way. You had Ahu with a check swing that didn't seem like it was going to be a strike, and then the field umpire confirmed that he did go around as the 1-1 is cut on and fell back to the stream. And, man, Sagdahl not happy with it, Darlington not happy with it, and the crowd here just serenading the officiating crew with boos.
Take a look, too. Harrison's reached 3 out of 4 times today, all on walks. That's just been the name of the game today.
A lot of walks, a lot of errors. 1-2 pitch from Skyleman. Oh, wow, dropped it in. Strike 3. Can he help you? No, he's just looking.
What a beautiful slider right there. It had just enough vertical movement, but also the way it horizontally dipped down at the same exact time, it looked kind of like a slurve, honestly, in the sense of how much it dropped, but also moved horizontally.
So much break there from that pitch. Now it's Villapando up to bat, and the first offering to him is just low for a ball. Now Villapando singled in the 3rd, doubled in the 5th. That drove home 2 runs. And then the 1-0 offering to him. And he cuts on and fouls this back to the fence. He also had an RBI back in the 2nd. That was a ground out to 3rd that managed to score a run. Now Villapando probably finding a familiar face in the opposing dugout. Matt Torres, also from Bakersfield, California, and also played at Fresno City Junior College. And he gets him to swing and miss on a breaking ball low and away, and that makes it a 1-2 count. Skyleman looking for strikeout number 2 here in the 9th. Sox are down 11-6 by 5 runs. Joe lifts and delivers. Check swing. Oh, yes, he did, and that's strike 3 swinging.
He fooled him there, man. That slider moved across the whole entire plate, threw his hands all the way out, tried to act like, no, I didn't go. Dude, that was clear.
The home plate umpire, Kyle Sisk, made the call himself and said, yeah, no, I'm right here. I got eyes. Yeah. I can see that broke the plane. That's Cooper Mullins up to bat, the leadoff man for the Drifters, and the first pitch to him just clips the top rung for strike 1.
Yeah, Joe's just going straight at him here. I like his approach.
Now, Mullins is 0 for 3 today. but has also come around to score as he shoots a ground ball right to Terrell Reed hard, and it hits off his thigh, and that's going to be a base hit for Mullins.
Tough play there for Reed. I mean, he hit that so hard off the bat. Yeah. And he tried to glove it, tried to chest it up with a backhand as well, but he had no play on that. Also, props to Liga Hu for the backup. He tried to run that ball down, and they kept it in the infield to prevent it from potentially being a double.
LJ Lehue now, switch hitting catcher. He's doing the catching today. Now batting from the left-hand side. And he pitched to Lehue, and he sends this high to center field. Shields coming in a few steps and over to his right. He's there to make the catch and end the inning. The Drifters get no runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. Still 11-6, moving into the last half frame of action. Sox are down in a big way. Can they mount a comeback? Well, let's see here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Come celebrate Independence Day at the 12 Tribes Colville Casinos with our Independence Day hot seats. From noon to 4 p.m. July 4th, every hot seat player will have a chance to win up to $1,000. Play your favorite game for your chance to hear your name called for a hot seat and be one of 15 guaranteed winners walking away with $1,000. Don't miss the Independence Day hot seats July 4th at all 12 Tribes Colville Casino locations. Cooley Dam, Lakeshore, and Omac. 12 Tribes Colville Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
At Banner Bank, we're excited to cheer on the Wenatchee AppleSox at home and away games. Banner Bank, member FDIC. We're huge fans of local sports in the community and proud to support AppleSox baseball. We hope to see you at the ballpark. Banner Bank, member FDIC. First pitch to Harlan Rowe. Wow, high and tight, but gets the corner. Rowe didn't think so. Well, it's strike one nonetheless. And it's Klein still on the mound for the AppleSox. Pardon me, for the Drifters. And crowd voicing their opinions here at the ballpark. And the 0-1 pitch is kind of on the hands. A soft grounder over to Mullins. He'll flip easily to first to get the out. And that's the first out of the bottom of the ninth.
Routine play there. Good composure there by Mullins. Just to take it routine as usual and get the first out.
Jake Overstreet walking up to the plates. Right-handed batter versus the lefty pitcher. And AppleSox down 11-6. Springfield up in a big way. And they want to waltz their way to a Game 1 win here in the series. The pitch from Klein. Man, just misses low for ball one.
He hit a big double today in the fourth. Picked up an RBI there. Won the AppleSox 6 runs.
And big swing from him. Can he do it again? Now the 1-0 from Klein. Fastball, center cut. That's strike one. Now Klein, the left-hander. Overstreet, the right-handed batter. Sun completely gone down here in Wenatchee. The lights are on at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. The 1-1 pitch. And he crushes this high and deep to center field. Gebhardt is way back and finally backpedals to it to make the catch. And quickly now 2 outs here for the Sox.
And not looking good here now. 2 outs. You got Cooper Brass. I mean, if you want somebody on, this is the guy you want. But there's not a lot of room to work with now.
And Cooper Brass, your beer batter of the day, and is hitless. Has not gotten a hit, so beer still the market price at the moment. First pitch to Brass. outside just eludes that outside edge. That's ball 1.
He was last hit by a pitch in the 7th, nearly hit by a pitch in the 5th, but ended up getting another ball right after that call, so he ends up with a walk and a hit by pitch today.
The 1-0 is right on the outside corner, strike 1. And yeah, I don't know the exact stats on this, but I believe beer batters for the AppleSox this year have only gotten like 1 hit in total. And here's the 1-1 from Klein. That's swung on and missed, man. Brass really swinging out of his shoes on that one. So, yeah, I mean, Cooper Brass was coming into this game pretty hot. He had a lot of multi-hit games. And then now he's the beer batter, and now hitless so far today. So, I don't know. There must be some kind of jinx on the beer batters. 1-2 pitch from Klein. Outside edge, that's ball 2. The Drifters thought that was the ball game.
I hate to fact check you here. Joe Coupland had 2 singles.
Did he?
Yesterday.
Okay, so that's actually 3. So it's 3 hits now, because I know Shields had 1 at least. And the Sox down to the last strike. The pitch from Klein. And he chops this to short. Harrison is going to get called off by Villalpando, and it gets past both of them. Wow. And they choke there with the game-ending play to the left side. Harrison could have taken it, Villalpando could have taken it, but it ends up just slipping right past both of them, and it's a single here in the 9th.
They get a taste of the AppleSox medicine today of errors. That's their first compared to our 6.
The question is, who is that going to be an error on? Is it on Villalpando or is it on Harrison? Because both of them kind of just came together. They collide, but they just miscommunicated, and that ball got past them.
I'm thinking Harrison.
I believe Harrison, E6. This is Morisaki now batting for the Sox. Klein's pitch. Inside, hits him on the thigh. Might have clipped him on the knee. Ow, man, first pitch right to his leg. That's gotta hurt.
I mean, that's putting your body on the line for the team. The AppleSox need base runners for sure here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And, you hate to see your guy get hit. Because obviously, that don't feel good.
No.
But in this situation, I am quite glad we have a runner on.
Murasaki's a catcher. He's used to just wearing balls off the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of his whole job. You kind of got to be a psycho if you got to be a catcher. So you got to, just wear balls off the body. Same thing for being a goalie in hockey. You just have to kind of be a psychopath.
Field generals.
Yeah. His first pitch to Marr is on the top rung. That's strike 1. Now Ethan Marr, hitless in today's game. 2 walks, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. He came down to score in the 5th, stranded at first in the 6th. The 0-1 pitch. Swung, missed. Right back to the glove of Morisaki. 0-2 the count. Sox down to their last strike. They're down by 5 runs. It's a 5-run lead for the Drifters. Ethan Marr does not want to be the last out here tonight. Game 1 of this 3-game series against Springfield. Klein comes set. And the 0-2 pitch. Inside, really jackknifed him away. That's ball 1.
He's getting antsy here. You can see it.
Yeah. Pressure kind of getting to him a little bit. Klein's got a 1-2 count on Marr. Again, Marr does not want to be the last out of today's game. The last place team in the South Division, Springfield, trying to take down the number 1 North Division team, Sox. The 1-2 pitch, high and outside to even the count, 2-2. Really exciting game today. And if you missed any part of it, if you are missing all the action, you want to go back and listen to it, catch the highlights on YouTube. We post them to the AppleSox Media YouTube. So just look up AppleSox on YouTube, and you will find those videos of all the highlights of all the best plays of every single game if you want to go back and catch all of AppleSox baseball. 2-2 pitch from Klein. On the hands, he will serve this softly to left field. It touches down for a base hit. They are going to throw on a late stop sign to keep Brass at third, and the bases are loaded in the 9th.
We will take that right there. That bloop single right there brings up bases loaded now for Aliga, who just comes off a single in that 8th inning.
Man, great spot here for the freshman. Bases loaded, down by 5 runs, but 2 outs. That's where the pressure gets to you. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. This is what you dream of as a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, although here's the thing. One swing of the bat right now cannot tie this game, right?
No.
The one swing of the bat can give you 4 runs, right? And make it, you're still down by 1. One of the best quotes I've ever heard from a coach is there's no such thing as a 5-run, 6-run home run. It doesn't exist. You as yourself cannot single-handedly win a game when you're down by this many runs, right? It starts with a good team at bats that then, snowballs into a win.
Mm-hmm. They need to get something rolling here. Big play here.
First pitch to Ahu. Well inside for a ball.
And you take a walk here, too.
Exactly.
It just keeps the inning alive. That's all you ask out of your guys now, is just to keep this game alive.
Sox down by 5 runs. Bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Ahu at the plate. Klein's 1-0 pitch. Painted on the outside edge. That's strike 1.
Good location.
Fastball, too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way to locate it. 1-1 count. Ahu. He wants to come up big here. Looking for a second hit of the game. The pitch from Klein. And he fouls this off the end of the bat, and that's strike 2. Sox down to their last strike yet again. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Down by 5. Klein gets his sign. Comes set to slam the door. Here's a pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Ball game over.
Man, what a way to end it right there. That's not what you want. Bases loaded, check swing, strikeout. That's a rough one.
Yeah, the crowd here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium not happy at all with what they just saw. An 11-6 win for Springfield. They are the last place team in the South Division. The AppleSox number 1 in the North, and you lose by 5 runs in a game where things kind of really imploded for you in the second inning. You give up a 6th spot, your starter gets chased out of the game, and then from there you're just kind of playing catch up the whole time. And then comes down to the 9th, you get the bases loaded, right? Bases loaded, 2 outs. It's a clutch situation, but this team has been known to really battle tooth and nail to win games, and you just kind of go down with a whimper there. That check swing from Ahu to end the game. That's just, again, not what head coach Mitch Darlington, Sagdahl, or Vassar were really hoping for. They have their team meeting now out there, just outside of the third base spot, and Darlington's going to be trying to get their heads right for games 2 and 3 of this
rejuvenate them for this upcoming series, because honestly, me and you had talked before pregame. It's kind of a David Goliath in the way we got first in North Division versus the last in South Division.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, this should be a clear game win at least today, and see who goes from here. But Springfield showed us wrong.
Yeah.
And props to them. You tipped your cap to them, and they had some close games against Bellingham, of course, taking game 2 and then just dropping that third game, a heartbreaker, 12-11. They're showing that despite their record, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. Again, we said it a couple times, and we'll say it again. In the early goings of the season, anyone can be first, and anyone can be last. Again, the Kamloops, they're a great example of that. They were, the last place team in the North Division, and you wouldn't really have guessed that when you were playing them. You'd think, man, this looks like a team that is making it to playoffs. This is looking like a team that's probably top of the division. No, they're last place, and that's just because in the early season, there's a lot of things that are like one strike turns the game your way, one run turns the game your way, one bad call, one misplay, one missed tag, one whatever, right? And in this game, a little bit more of a larger cushion for the Drifters. They won this by a pretty comfortable margin, 5 runs here, and for the Sox, it's just all about bouncing back games 2, game 3. That's why you play 3-game series. You might lose game 1, but you can always bounce back in the next 2 games.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Smith, and I think that's the name of the game tomorrow. It's just a bounce back. You got to flush this game, and yes, of course, it was unfortunate what happened today. Biggest thing is just errors and walks.
Yeah.
You got to clean that up.
Exactly.
It's just put it simple as that. But we know they can do it. It's not an issue of something a recurring problem that keep on happening. It's really the first time we've seen that problem. So the biggest issue today is just going to be nipping this in the bud and preventing this from further occurring in the future.
And your final score here from Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, 11-6. Springfield takes down Wenatchee in game 1 of this 3-game series. Hey, don't go anywhere. We got some more post-game coverage coming up here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on your scoreboard. Call 509